HR1.
The House just passing a bill to force the release of files related to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, beyond what the Justice Department has already released. House Speaker Mike Johnson says Republicans want maximum transparency.
Especially when it comes to disclosing the names of anybody who had anything to do with these evils, anybody who conspired with or aided in any way Jeffrey Epstein. They must be brought to justice.
But he's hoping the Senate amends the bill so that it doesn't violate victim or whistleblower privacy, release sexual abuse material, or undermine national security. But Maryland Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin says there's no need for further delay.
The cat is out of the bag, and we know what's been going on for decades. It's been a double standard of justice.
Raskin also says he's glad President Trump changed his mind, urging Republicans to support the bill. Republicans and Democrats accusing each other of using the issue as a distraction. New congressional lines in Texas are blocked in federal court.
A three-judge panel in El Paso says the state cannot use the new congressional map redrawn by Republican state lawmakers this year, making 5 seats more favorable to the GOP. While Republicans insisted the new map was driven by politics, the ruling states there's evidence the redraw engaged in racial gerrymandering. The Voting Rights Act does not allow for racial gerrymandering, but the courts have generally upheld ideologically drawn lines.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. The Texas redraw prompted an early redistricting effort in other states, including California, where voters approved it this month, though the Trump administration is suing over that. Texas is appealing today's ruling, seeking a stay from the Supreme Court. The state attorney general insisting the Texas map is legal. A sell-off continues on Wall Street an hour to the close. The Dow down 229. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
They are speaking out. You've got cloudy skies and 46 degrees on Monument Circle. More rainfall is possible. Storms may stop by 2, but that may change. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:02. That's what the family of the woman shot and killed earlier this month in Whitestown is doing. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
In a statement read by attorney Alex Lamontis on Monday, the family of Maria Florinda Rios Perez says they are thankful for the support they've gotten from so many in the community. This follows the charge of voluntary manslaughter filed by the Boone County Prosecutor's Office against Kurt Anderson. Police say Anderson shot and killed the woman at a home in Whitestown on November 5th. Now, attorney Lamontis says the next step is
ensuring that Maria's family receives the answers, the support, and the justice, both in the criminal system and through the civil process that they deserve.
He sees this as an important step towards accountability, truth, and justice. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Expect fog in Indiana tomorrow.
That fog's not going to stick around too long into the day Wednesday, probably wrapping up by 9 o'clock.
Andrew White with the National Weather Service says rain could also taper off by tomorrow morning, but they say it should return Thursday and Friday. An apartment in Indianapolis has over 130 health violations and is now being sued. Janet Cruz.
The management of the large Lake Castleton apartment complex in Indianapolis is being sued by the state after accusations of severe neglect and uninhabitable living conditions. The Attorney General's office filed a civil action accusing the owners and managers of violating consumer protection laws. Complaints detailed issues from collapsed ceilings and lack of heat to mold and water damage. The lawsuit specifically aims to secure financial restitution for affected tenants, in addition to civil penalties for up to $5,000 per violation.
AAA says average Indiana gas price today is $2.98 a gallon, and the Indiana Pacers have lost 8 games in a row. They lost to Detroit 127-112 on the road last night. Benedict Mathurin is back, though. Pacers play the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow evening for a tip-off at 7. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 3:04.
Judy loves her fall in Indy, but she doesn't like the paint, so she called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Traffic now at 3:05. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Jake, inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic 21st to Meridian, and that is a delayed time of 12 minutes. Also, southbound 6570 jams from the north split down to Washington Street. Eastbound 70 stop-and-go from Belmont to the south split for a 3-minute delay. Downtown crash Meridian Street at Louisiana Street, truck into the bridge. Crash east side Shadeland Avenue of Fall Creek Road. Traffic sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Showers come to an end later tonight. We'll go with mostly cloudy skies. Lows will fall near 42. A few areas of fog early in the morning on Wednesday, otherwise mostly cloudy with highs near 53. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's walk it.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. A big rally at the State House today for those in favor of redistricting, redrawing the maps. And by rally, it wasn't exactly property tax rally level.
No.
Earlier this year, which you and Rob Kendall were in attendance. But we mean a handful of people were there. I saw some pictures that the lieutenant governor posted.
And that's kind of par for the course for what Republicans and conservatives do. Like, we're not the protest people. That's not who we are.
This wasn't a protest, it was a rally, right? But
it was kind of a protest.
But we definitely, we haven't seen in a long time what we saw with property tax.
Correct.
At the beginning of the year, right? In March?
Right. That event was a unicorn because, let's be honest, it's the left's game taking off of quote-unquote work and going to protest. Conservatives are like, we've got jobs. I'm not taking a day off for this. I'll make my voice heard at the ballot box, and if that doesn't work, I'll complain on the message board and the YouTube chat to Hammer and Nigel.
You know, I will say, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the property tax rally, though, also had... it was on St. Patrick's Day, wasn't it?
It was.
That had that going for it.
But that was people's money we were talking about. Like,
sure.
That's how you fire up the conservative base. You start talking about their paychecks. And that's why St. Patrick's Day, some people still had to work. It's not like it was a federal holiday. It's not like Christmas, but people packed the State House. And that event was, as I would say, a unicorn.
Big names, including the governor.
Right.
Speaking.
But that is the exception and not the rule.
Yeah.
What we saw today is kind of the norm for a conservative Republican voting bloc in Central Indy. That's not our thing. We're not BLM. We're not the angry red-shirted teachers. They take off work all the time. Now, Nigel, you may want to sit this one out, but not all of us take off all the time.
Oh!
That's a pretty solid Paulie Walnuts right there. Oh! But today, I don't think it was a rally. I don't know if it was a protest. I'd say it was kind of a get-together over at the Indiana State House.
And that's fine. I'm hearing... Who was it that I texted you about? Michael Young doing an incredible speech down there about redistricting. Representative Young, and
he's going to be joining us a little bit later on in studio.
And I got to tell you, this whole thing of redistricting wasn't on our radar. The property tax thing on our radar. The redistricting thing,
right?
I'm for it if it could happen. I wanted it to happen. Once it came to fruition through the calling of the special session, I was like, all right, let's do this. Come on, let's get another couple seats. And now I'm left yesterday asking the question, what if midterms come and go next year and when I say we, the Republicans in the country are down a couple seats.
Right.
Because it didn't happen.
With the changing of the congressional map in Indiana, so of the 9 seats, Republicans currently have 7. So for 7 of the 9 districts in the state, nothing's really going to change for you from a personal perspective. And even if you did get a new representative, maybe nothing would change anyway.
I'm just thinking I'm big picture countrywide.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But I'm speaking in terms. Hold on. I'm speaking in terms of people getting fired up about this cause.
Right.
Like people get fired up about property taxes because that's their money. Like I would like to have a couple extra seats. I'm with you. I'm all about firing Andre Carson because he's done nothing for me. He's my rep. I live in Indianapolis. This would affect me.
You claim him as your rep?
Well, unfortunately, the scoreboard says I have to.
Not my president. I saw that bumper sticker today on my way to work, by the way.
God, people are still doing that.
I know.
Good Lord. But yeah, this event at the State House today, I wouldn't quite call it raucous by any means of the imagination, but we'll see. The governor is scheduled to join us in studio today at 5:06.
Cool.
So we're going to get his perspective. I think this is going to be his first interview since the drama of Rod Bray, the Senate pro tem, coming out going, yeah, we're not having a special session, at least in the Senate. So you guys do what you want, but the Senate's going to report in January. So this will be his first sit-down interview since the controversy, and we've got questions.
And since Donald Trump tweeted out about him, or Truth Socialed out about him, specifically calling him out by name.
Correct. Now, on the subject of property taxes, because it seems like that's all anybody ever wants to talk about sometimes, there's a plan in place, and you guys aren't going to like it, according to the Indiana State Senate. So the legislators spoke a little bit. It was kind of their move-in day yesterday, and they spoke to the press, didn't get into a whole lot of the redistrict questions, but they did mention that the big issues in this upcoming legislative session would be Medicaid and tweaks to property taxes. Now, when I say tweaks, this isn't meaning more money for you or I. This means making sure that the poor school corporations are going to be okay. All of these cities and towns that say they're going to go belly up if you get a few extra dollars in your pockets, even though they've had ridiculous and frivolous spending over the last decade, they're the ones that are going to see a tweak. Now, Nige.
A few extra dollars, and I hate to sound condescending, but $300, which most people won't get, is that what you're talking about?
Oh, it's way too much according to some of these school corps and some of these local governments.
God.
That's going to belly up a lot of places. We're going to have to get rid of the police. There won't be any EMTs. We're going to sacrifice your firstborns. I hope you like your property tax money. These people are ridiculous. And they're going to work on screwing you more a little bit in this upcoming legislative session. Get ready for it. Speaking of President Trump, Nigel, you brought him up.
Yes.
He is not only calling Indiana's governor, Mike Braun, he's speaking to McDonald's employees. Did you see this?
I saw it. I had to send it to you because I never know if anything's real on the internet or not.
You asked me, did you make this on AI? No. He was at the McDonald's Franchise Owners Convention, and the President of the United States was speaking to all the Mickey D's owners and had a positive, uplifting message.
I'm thrilled to be here with the men and the women who are really the heart and soul of one of the greatest, most admired, and most successful companies in the history of the world, frankly. The one and only McDonald's. I've gone there a couple of times.
Sure.
And I'm honored to stand before you as the very first former McDonald's fry cook ever to become president of the United States. And I actually was there for about 30 minutes, and that was 30 minutes longer than Kamala was there. Despite her job at McDonald's, that didn't work out too well. And the person at McDonald's that informed us off the record that she never worked there, whoever you are, we appreciate that. That was
yeah, I had to text you this morning. I think it was on the can, actually, when I did. and it said, "Did you create this? Is this your AI? Is this real?" I just think it's funny that the McDonald's franchise corporation or whatever it was asked Donald Trump, the president of the United States, to come speak, and he did.
Like,
I just
who
think that's
did he
interesting.
turn down to accept
Yes!
that? Like,
Yes!
in my mind, Caroline Leavitt barges into the Oval Office. Mr. President, do you want to speak to this children's hospital? No. Do you want to speak to these veterans? No.
I already did that.
There's a McDonald's convention. Fuel up the jet. We're going to the McDonald's convention. Fuel up Air Force One.
How much did that cost the taxpayers? For him to go make a few jokes at the McDonald's franchisee convention.
But listen, man.
I love it.
He's a consumer. Like, if you would have brought some hoity-toity, in-shape person there, they're not eating McNuggets. They're not, eating Big Macs. But you bring in Donald Trump, he probably had some on the plane ride over. Damn right he did.
I'm wiping the tears out of my eyes right now.
Matt Bear.
Inbound 65, an 11-minute delay from 21st Street down to Fletcher Avenue. Then eastbound 70 stop and go Belmont into the South Split, delayed 4 minutes. On the east side, southbound 465 slow from 70 to 74. And on the south side, eastbound 465 tight from US 31 over to I-74. Traffic sponsored by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Get your home ready for colder temps and the holidays. Benjamin Franklin of Indianapolis is here to help. Everything from plumbing inspections, water heaters, and more. Book now at BenjaminFranklinPlumbingIndy.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
I got the peace deal done with Israel and Gaza, so let's keep it light. Let's keep it light today. Let's go to the McDonald's convention. Let's do that.
Sir, it's all the way across the country. I said we're going to the McDonald's convention. Rain and 47 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Man, we're going to have a show today. Governor Braun in studio at 5:06. State Senator Mike Young. He's going to talk about if there's a disconnect in your Indiana State Senate, coming up at 5:33. But up next, there's a debate going around online, Nige. Stay-at-home dads are debating against stay-at-home moms. We're playing the feud. We've got some audio next.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
I'm telling you, I know this firsthand. Having a Galaxy concrete coated garage floor is so awesome during the winter season with all the rain and the snow because it's so easy to clean. And they don't use epoxy. Galaxy uses something called polyurea. It's the new premium standard for coatings. They used it for my garage floor, and they got it done in as little as a day. In fact, I had them back to do the concrete floor in my utility room in my basement, and it looks great. Galaxy Concrete can do your garage, your basement, your pool deck, any indoor, outdoor area concrete. Check it out. Get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com, or give them a call, 751-9070. Tell them Nigel sent you.
This is Denny Smith, and I'm here to tell you that a neglected well can lead to costly repairs. But C&J's got you covered with their well cleanout service. Right now, it's 30% off, and that's the lowest price of the year. C&J will remove the pump, insert a high-output air line into the well, and then safely airlift years of sediment and gunk out of the top of the well. Then they'll also do a 6-point inspection to assure that you and your family get the purest, safest water. C&J. Great systems and great people, too. 317-852-WELL.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance,
and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership.
Enter Auto House Merkel.
Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent.
At a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership.
Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling, billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts, and Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut, paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
WIBC cares, and if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at WIBC.com. This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. There's been a study. Oh, these studies, they're bought and paid for at big pharmaceuticals to COVID to, vaccines. But this study is the most hated NFL teams in the country. That's what we're paying for here.
Okay.
They didn't pay for it. Somebody paid for it. Here's the study. The most hated NFL team in the country is not
the Dallas Cowboys.
I was going to say the Chiefs. This is a Canadian sports betting site used Google Keyword Planner to figure out which NFL teams is the most hated in the U.S. Surprisingly, it's not the Chiefs or the Cowboys. It is, I didn't say the, okay, you got one more guess?
I would then lean toward the New England Patriots.
Okay. The most hated teams. Maybe I worded that wrong. Here's the most hated team in the U.S., according to this Canadian sports betting site. The Philly Eagles.
The Eagles!
13 states, including Alabama, California, and Texas, hate the Eagles.
Okay, so I get Texas because there's that rivalry with the Cowboys, right? So, okay,
Yes.
There's Texas. But Bama and California is weird to me. Why do they hate the Eagles so much?
They don't give a reason. This is just sort of kind of a survey where people pick and choose and click, and that's it.
Maybe it's the fans. Like Philly fan has always been a little on the unlikable / punchable side.
Weren't they throwing batteries at Santa?
Yep, they threw batteries and snowballs at Santa. Their head coach, Nick Sirianni, punchable face. Total punchable face.
I hate that guy.
Remember when he was yelling at Colts fans in that game here?
I did not like that guy at all. Number 2 most hated team in the NFL. 8 states, including Colorado, Utah, and Missouri, voting for the Raiders.
Okay. It's probably older folks doing the survey then, because the Raiders haven't mattered in about 20 years. Like, they haven't won a playoff game in over 20 years. So it's kind of hard to hate somebody that stinks every year, isn't it?
Again, right. What's the point?
They're irrelevant. Right.
A sports betting site in Canada used Google keyword to figure out which NFL teams most hated in the U.S. Number 3, it's a tie. The Jets and the Packers, 6 states each.
Okay. I'm going to assume Illinois was one of the states that hates the Packers, Bears-Packers rivalry.
Sure.
And look, I get the Jets. They get shoved down our throats so much from a national media perspective, and that's another poverty franchise.
They're horrible this year.
The worst team in the league.
Let's see. I got another tie for you. And you'll be surprised at this because you already mentioned the Cowboys. Number 5 tie, Dallas Cowboys and the Steelers, 3 states in the country that voted that they hated those franchises.
Oh, I get it. My colleague Kenny Britt from Degenerates Next Door, the sports betting guy, he's a big Steelers guy. Obnoxious. Just every stereotype of a Steelers fan you could imagine.
Corey Ann and Jason, my cousins that wear the Steeler jerseys to church, they were just there at that game a couple of days ago where the Steelers won, right?
Yeah, in Pittsburgh.
Congratulations. You beat, Cincinnati? Or what? Is that who they played?
Right.
What a joke. Yeah. And they're acting all, hoity-toity about it. I hate them too.
Yeah.
But the Colts, only one state in the United States hates the Colts the most. Can you guess what it is?
Massachusetts. Still some Patriots and Colts hate, I guess.
I get it, but there's not really that rivalry there anymore. It's division rival Tennessee. Tennessee is the only state that hates the Colts the most.
And you know what? 10, 15, well, check that. 20 years ago now, because I'm getting old, Tennessee would have said they loved the Colts because Peyton Manning was the quarterback, and he came out of Tennessee.
Oh, interesting.
Like, the place that had the second most Colts fans was Tennessee, and now it's different. Real quick before we hit a break here, some stay-at-home dads, they're going online blasting stay-at-home moms for complaining about how hard it is. Take a listen and tell me what you guys think.
To all the stay-at-home moms, I feel like you're lying. Because of what I get to do for work, I can still stay home and pay all the bills. And my wife will have to go to work to make her money. And I have a 1-year-old daughter. So I'll stay at home and I'll take care of my daughter. I can give her 3 meals a day, change her on time, get her into her naps, play time, and still make sure the entire place is clean. And yes, I know an apartment is different than a home, but I have a 2,300 square foot apartment, so it's not tiny. So can someone please tell me, when does being a stay-at-home mom become hard?
Oh!
Can I tell you something? I'm being honest with you, being honest with the show. If my wife somehow gets a mega promotion, you're looking at a stay-at-home dad, ladies and gentlemen. As she puts it, a stay-at-home husband.
Oh, a stay-at-home husband. So would you still do this show, or are we looking at the Hammer and Allison show?
I would still do the show. There would be some different parameters. I'd probably do it from a closet somewhere in our house, and then in between get her coffee.
Well, there's an in-the-closet joke that I'm going to take the high road on. Low-hanging fruit, boy, I'm going to pass on it.
I backed cheeks open right into that one, didn't I?
The jokes keep going. You're begging me to say something, aren't you? It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hammer and Nigel here for American Standard Heating and Air. They are built to a higher standard. Trust me, the last thing you want to be worried about when it's freezing cold this winter is your furnace going out. That's why we only use American Standard equipment and use American Standard local independent dealers like the one Hammer's going to tell you about right now.
How about Reinhardt Heating and Cooling in Danville? Danny Reinhardt started Reinhardt Heating and Cooling 39 years ago. They are one of the longest tenured American Standard dealers in all of Central Indy. Danny's sons and daughter are among the well-trained experts that are currently on staff at Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, hooking up Danville, Avon, Heritage Lake, and all of Hendricks County. To make sure your system is ready for the winter, call Reinhardt today. You can also ask about their indoor air service. 317-745-4526. Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
It's not just cancer care, it's the complete care you get at Hendricks.
And you can feel that spirit of excellence, trying to do what's best from a medical standpoint, but also trying to affect the patient and their family as you would a family member.
Hendricks Care is trying to meet the patient where they are. You know your body better than anyone else.
Do the cancer screening early.
An ounce of prevention versus a pound of cure.
Learn about health screenings at hendricks.org/cancer.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
White House lawmakers gathered in Washington today. Cloudy and 45 degrees in downtown Indy. Heavy rain possible through this evening. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:31. It was to vote on a bill that would force the Justice Department to release the Jeffrey Epstein files.
On this vote, the yeas are 427. The nays are 1. The rules are suspended. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Before the vote, House Speaker Mike Johnson said in a press conference that he would be voting all for the legislation after President Trump gave his blessing to GOP House members to move forward with the bill. Indiana State Police are looking into an officer-involved shooting that occurred early this morning. Officers say Kylan Hulbert walked out of a home in Sullivan and going towards officers with a knife. After Hulbert ignored police to stop, that's when officers shot at Hulbert. Hulbert was taken to a hospital in Terre Haute and then Indianapolis. Temperatures returned to seasonal averages by the end of the week, with rain chances increasing Thursday.
Forecasters say highs will be in the 50s for the rest of the week, with likely a wet end to the week.
Yeah, so we're looking at rainfall amounts of generally between about a ½ inch and an inch across the state. Highest is probably going to be on the southern portion of the state, closer to the Ohio River again.
Andrew White, a forecaster at the National Weather Service Indianapolis, says it's still too early to tell what your Thanksgiving travel forecast will look like. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Roblox will soon need you to confirm your age if you want to chat with other users. The platform faces lawsuits because of sexual predators interacting with children. And college football tonight from the Mid-American Conference. The Bowling Green Falcons host the Akron Zips, and Western Michigan plays Northern Illinois. Kickoffs are set for 7 Eastern. WIBC News Time is 3:33. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
With your WIBC traffic at 334, what do you have, Matt Bear?
Inbound 65 stop and go traffic 21st to Meridian, then southbound 6570 jams north split to Washington Street because of construction, and that work should be done by the end of the week. Inbound 70 stop and go rural into the north split, and eastbound 70 stop and go traffic after Harding into the south split. On the east side, southbound 465 slow roll off 70 down to south of Shadeland, and on the northeast side, inbound 69 dragging just a bit from 96th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
We'll track scattered showers and storms to gradually move out through early tonight. Low temperatures will be falling into the lower 40s. Wednesday, expect a gloomy day with the potential for some morning patchy drizzle. High temperatures will struggle to get into the upper 40s to lower 50s with a light breeze. I'm Wish TV Star Trek 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, I saw this stat, Hammer, and I was just kind of like, man, it's kind of depressing. Roughly 29% of low-income households are living paycheck to paycheck and can't come up with a few dollars if there's an emergency. And I am blessed. I'm grateful. I have this job. My wife has a job. We're dual income. You and your wife are dual income. And I'm so cynical to the point where I see these things and I'm like, okay, they're living paycheck to paycheck, but what are they spending their money on? What are they spending their money on that doesn't have to be spent on, including, I don't know, Netflix? I guess I am judging. I mean, like if Dave Ramsey was here, he'd be like, look, you know Christmas is coming for 11 months. Start saving. My wife starts saving for Christmas in January. We save, like, we have 2 kids.
Right.
And we start saving in January. So my question is, okay, paycheck to paycheck, that sucks. There's no doubt there's abject poverty in this nation. I hate it. I hate seeing it. I love donating my time and energy and money to it. But what are the people living paycheck to paycheck spending their money on that they don't need to be spending their money on?
Correct. And this is where that whole living wage conversation comes in. Because I get it. There are some people that are working hard at the job they have, and for whatever reason, they just can't afford to get their head above water with bills and putting food on the table. It happens. But it's also, for some people, it's not a requirement you have to have this lavish vacation in Cancun. You know, it's not a requirement that you have to go on these trips or buy these $1,000 worth of concert tickets every couple of months. Like, if you're broke, sometimes you got to cut some corners. Yeah. And I've been there before, man.
Oh, yeah.
In my 20s,
I have too.
Boy, the college years, right out of college, like, you know this, Nigel, we were radio kids. We were 18 working in this city. It's not a job where you get rich as a young man. Like, we do pretty well now, but as a 20-year-old slapnut on the air at ZPL, I'm not making a lot of money.
Although I will say that was the one advantage. We got to go to a lot of concerts for free.
We did,
Okay, so we did have that one advantage.
Right.
I'll concede that.
Not everybody gets that, though. And
not everybody does.
That's why I always get weirded out by the living wage conversation. Because my living wage at one point was digging through the couch to see if I had enough money to go buy a couple cheeseburgers at the Racks up at Ball State.
Racks? You had a Racks at Ball State? There was a Racks on West 10th Street, kind of by Ben Davis.
Okay.
In that area back in the day. My grandparents lived in that area. I went to Racks all the time. But, yeah, the kind of... I don't know. Is it condescending for me to think? It probably is. It's cynical and condescending. Well, what are you spending your money on? Cigarettes and Skoal and
cheesecake vape cartridges,
right? I think that's a legitimate question to ask to people that are living paycheck to paycheck, that are in debt, that are in serious credit card debt, predatory debt sometimes.
Sure.
College debt, those predators, those bastards. I get it. But what can you be cutting out of your spending? And this is something we're asking ourselves as individuals, as citizens, but we also should be asking it of the government as well. Local government as well as state.
Yeah, I hate relying on the government for anything. I really do. It makes my skin crawl. But as somebody who has been poor in the past, I feel like it's okay to have this conversation out loud here, because I spend more money on things now because I can. Like when I was 23, I couldn't go on trips to Vegas all the time. Couldn't go down to Florida all the time because I didn't have the money to. My vacations were in a hot little spot called Beech Grove, Indiana. And I got news for you. There ain't no groves and there ain't no beaches down there. So I get it, man. And when I was also like grinding and hustling, I was always looking for ways to better my position. Yes. Always looking for better jobs, right? Like sometimes looking for a better job can almost be a full-time job. Like when you get home from your regular shift and you get something to eat, the kids go to sleep, look for something to better yourself. Like that's what competitive people do. I was always looking for better stations to get a job at. What if it's not radio? Do I do TV? Do I want to do blogging and writer? What about gambling stuff? Like there's always options out there.
It's hustling. It's the guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, who I follow on social media. Have you ever heard of him? He's just a startup guy. He's got this huge tech company, and he's a motivational speaker too. Talks about going to garage sales on the weekends and bringing an app on your phone and buying something at a garage sale, scanning it on your phone. Oh, I could make twice this amount on eBay if I sold this on eBay. You could make $500 in a day doing crap like that.
Right.
Just an example. I see it all the time on Facebook. You guys that pay attention to Gary know what I'm talking about.
By the way, we've talked about a lot of serious stuff today, from redistricting to property taxes to poverty, and now the YouTube chat is just talking about racks. The WIBC Hammer and Nigel Show YouTube chat, Peterman Reality Tour, I miss racks. M-Dog 7050, Racks milkshakes with whipped cream and a cherry on top. I missed that.
They had the one on West 10th Street on the west side had the sunroom.
Oh, wow.
And I think
you guys were rich.
It was, it was. We were a very well-to-do side of town there by Ben Davis. It was. They later turned it into a Fazoli's.
Okay, I'm not mad at Fazoli's.
Yeah.
I will never criticize Fazoli's,
Sure.
but man, I kind of miss Racks. Not gonna lie.
We're talking about all this stuff. Yeah, $9 flavored coffees at the drive-thru compared to 18 Racks milkshakes, whipped cream and cherry on top. Missed that.
They used to have cheeseburgers 2 for $1 at the Ball State Racks over there near Kilgore Avenue.
Wasn't Racks okay? Cheeseburgers is one thing, but wasn't it like French dip and stuff like that?
They had
too?
that.
You know what I mean? Like
they had a variety, which is what made that
like
place great.
Roast beef.
Right, because you didn't get burned out on a lot of stuff at Racks. And cheeseburgers weren't their bread and butter, which is why I think they were 2 for $1. And if you're a broke college kid, man, you can go there with some money you find in the penny beer night jar and get yourself some lunch. At least get a couple burgers. Michelle Obama says the U.S. is not ready for a woman president, Nige.
Oh, for God's sake.
You sexist, no-good, rotten men. You and your penis... Not ready for a woman president. Hope you're proud of yourself. She did some on-stage event the other night and was talking about how Kamala got her doors blown off because everybody's sexist.
Is that it?
Nobody's ready for a woman president, which I disagree with, because whether you like it or not, had Michelle Obama herself ran, she would have won probably. She probably would have had a chance to win. If you don't think she would have won, I think she would have had a chance to win.
Come on.
It was just about Kamala Harris being a total zero.
So is the U.S., is she saying the United States is not ready for a woman president, or just because Margaret Thatcher ran like the Iron Lady, was her nickname the Iron Lady? She ran crap over in England back in the day.
Right.
She was,
this is all about the U.S. voting bloc right now.
Whatever. If they could do it back in the 80s and 90s with Margaret Thatcher, we can do it now. Okay? There just hasn't been a quality candidate.
Right. I'm telling you, because the way our voting works in this country, our elections are now American Idol, basically. If Oprah gets into the race, she's winning the primary. And then she's got a chance to win. Same thing with Michelle Obama. But when you trot up there America's drunk wine mom, Kamala Harris, she's probably going to get her ass handed to her in a general election. She's going to talk about the wheels of the bus and all this nonsense gibberish that comes out of her mouth.
And no election, by the way. No primary, no nothing. Just an installation.
Right. Right.
Come on.
Michelle Obama also at that same event says that she, probably the most powerful woman maybe in the country, Michelle Obama, she's up there, says she feels pressured by the white community to look a certain way in public.
Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time.
Oh, you're so oppressed.
Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act, an act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair? Don't tell me how to wear my hair.
What is she talking? White folks? Anytime I hear white folks, I'm just, you lost me. White folks voted for your husband twice, once here in this state. White folks are the reason why you have multi-million-dollar mansions on Martha's Vineyard. They buy your books. They watch your stupid Netflix shows. I don't know. I know there's some tongue-in-cheek there, Hammer, but come on, give me a break.
Every once in a while, maybe she's not in the mood for white shenanigans.
Which we certainly haven't nailed that down yet.
No.
We don't know what that is.
I was seriously injured. It was definitely somebody's fault, and I didn't actually know who, so I needed to call someone. I was really happy to have a law firm like Hensley that had ethics. I made the best call.
It happens. Hire Hensley.
You know what I say? I say Men's Health has taken a back seat for too long, so we're teaming up with Franciscan Health to present this one-stop shop for all things men's health. It's Sunday, December 7th at the Gugman House Brewing Company. Beer, food, football, and free health screenings. Get real answers. Talk one-on-one with health pros who actually get it. Movember is more than a month of mustaches. It's a movement for men's health awareness.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. The Colts game is going to be on television. I may or may not be betting on it with you guys. Beer and food and prizes, but more importantly, amazing and free healthcare screenings from our friends at Franciscan Health. Make plans to join us Sunday, December 7th. Gugman House Brewing Company. It's the Movember event for Men's Health, free healthcare screenings. Stop by and hang out with all of us.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12. A new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Jim Banks is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Jim Banks at 202-224-4814 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Are you tired of HVAC and plumbing companies with confusing offers? Masters Heating and Cooling keeps it simple. Right now, you can get a full second opinion from one of their master comfort advisors completely free. So you can make your next HVAC decision with confidence and peace of mind. Get a free HVAC second opinion from Masters Heating and Cooling. You can also get an early bird fall tune-up for only $69. Need a new hot water heater? How about $200 off water heater installation or $500 off tankless water heaters? Masters Heating and Cooling. Those are the ones to call for your HVAC needs or those plumbing needs. 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchase. Call Masters today. 317-207-9983. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-207-9983. Masters Heating and Cooling. 207-9983 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
See Pierce Jewelers' breathtaking selection of lab-grown diamonds, refined to perfection and value. It's the new choice in diamonds. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
It's B Windows' biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com.
Trust me. WIBC cares, and if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at WIBC.com.
Matt Baer, what's going on with the roads?
Yeah, we're looking at inbound 65 stop and go from 29th to Meridian. Inbound 70 slows from rural into the north split. Then we're jammed down to Washington Street because of construction. Eastbound 70 stop and go traffic Harding into the south split. South side, eastbound 465 slows from State Road 135 over to Arlington Avenue. Northwest side, northbound 465 slow off 86 up to 65. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus no interest and no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, the weather, I would imagine like Rosie O'Donnell's Thanksgiving underpants.
Oh, goodness.
Dark, gray, dingy.
What is wrong with you?
Damp.
That's a legitimate question.
47 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Nigel, if you need a reason to drink tonight, happy 57th birthday to actor Owen Wilson. 57 today.
Oh, Owen Wilson.
Some would say Wedding Crashers, signature movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kids would know him as the voice of Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow.
And I love him as Kevin in Meet the Parents. Ben Stiller's fiance's ex-boyfriend.
How much damn lacquer do you have on that thing?
Well, and then, of course, Zoolander.
Yes.
Hansel. How old is he?
57. 57 years old. Always plays kind of like a cool, laid back.
Kind of an aloof.
Yeah. Borderline stoner, but...
okay, so you're saying Wedding Crashers is his signature movie,
I think so, yes. And I'm not even saying he's the star. He and Vince Vaughn co-star that thing.
They co-star that thing. I would say that, and then Meet the Parents.
I would agree. And voiceover work has been huge for Owen Wilson, too. But there is one line that he's most famous for. If you watch an Owen Wilson movie long enough, you will hear him say, "Wow," at some point.
Wow. 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 Wow.
It's a wow montage.
I actually did hear a rare in there, which I believe was from Wedding Crashers and his interaction with Kitty Cat. Call Kitty Cat.
Kitty Cat.
If you remember, did you motorboat them?
They built for comfort?
They built for speed or for comfort?
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard. I know this firsthand because I have American Standard equipment installed in my house, and I use exclusively American Standard dealers. Here's Hammer to tell you about one of those awesome local independent dealers in Central Indy.
Family Heating and Air, the Morris family, and their staff ready to take care of you this fall. You could call Rachel, Marcus, or Malia today. Make sure that system is ready for the cold winter weather that's coming ahead. Family Heating and Air always encourages you to call them for a free second opinion. Maybe you got a quote from somebody else. Maybe that quote isn't very good. Reach out to Family Heating and Air because nobody cares for you like family. And also ask about how you get better indoor air quality. 317-577-8077. That's 577-8077 for Family Heating and Air, part of the American Standard Heating and Air family, built to a higher standard.
Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield has the best deals, the best selection, and now it has my 2 exclusive offers. Walk into Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield all Black Friday week and say, "I heard about the fantastic Ford Black Friday on Tony Katz," and you can get $2,000 off your best deal, or you could take 20% off your service bill. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield does have the selection. The cars, the trucks, the SUVs, the fleet vehicles. If you own a business, you need to be working with Andy Moore Ford. And now, the best deals all Black Friday week. Just walk in and say, "I heard about the fantastic Ford Black Friday on Tony Katz," and get $2,000 off your best deal. And the deal's going to be amazing. Or 20% off your service. And the service at Andy Moore Ford is impeccable. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's MOHR.
I love Andy.
AndyMooreFord.com.
What's Jeff Saturday up to these days?
Retiring from football means a lot of things for a guy like me. It means more time to pick up some hobbies, like baking, puzzles, and some gardening. It also means pinching pennies. And that's why I look for unclaimed property at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Look, it's your money, and they want you to have it. So check IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Jeff to 46220 and search now.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text EDGE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 42424. That's EDGE to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Right now at Tom Roush Lincoln, get a 2025 Lincoln Corsair from
$4,000 off plus 0% APR. 2025 Lincoln Aviator from $5,000 off plus 0%. Or 2025 Lincoln Nautilus for $4,500 off. Also 0% APR. So come get that new Lincoln at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fisher.
Corsair MSRP 51,720. Aviator MSRP 72,225. Nautilus MSRP 71,60. 0% APR for 48 months on qualifying Lincolns. Good through 12/1/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, tragic and preventable is how the death of someone was described, why Indianapolis police were on the south side this morning, and you'll hear why a lawsuit was filed. Those stories next after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
Almost unanimous in the U.S. House. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. A bill to force release of Jeffrey Epstein files passing 427-1. A bipartisan call for transparency and justice for victims of the late sex offender.
The only no vote, the one no vote, was Republican Congressman from Louisiana, Clay Higgins, and he explained why he voted no on X here. He wrote, in part, if enacted in its current form, this type of broad reveal of criminal investigative files released to a rabid media will absolutely result in innocent people being hurt, not by my vote.
Fox's Aisha Hasni on Capitol Hill. The House Speaker had urged amendments in the Senate, but the Senate Majority Leader now says that chamber could vote by unanimous consent today. The president telling reporters earlier he welcomed the House vote.
President Trump says he has nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert.
The president has accused Democrats of raising questions about the government's handling of the case against the convicted sex offender to distract from administration successes.
I've answered your question. You should go and look at the Democrats who received money from Epstein.
The Justice Department could release all its files on the case without the vote in Congress.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Saudi Arabia's crown prince visiting the White House for the first time since the killing of a Washington Post journalist that U.S. intelligence found was likely ordered by him. He still denies involvement and also says Osama bin Laden used the 9/11 attacks to destroy America-Saudi relations.
He knows that strong relation between America and Saudi Arabia, it's bad for extremism, it's bad for terrorism.
He says building relations is critical to counter extremism and terrorism. Some 9/11 families remain suspicious because 15 of the hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. More selling on Wall Street, the Dow down 498. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The family of a cleaning woman shot and killed in November being represented. Cloudy skies and 45 degrees on Monument Circle. Showers could touch down. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. The shooting was at a Whitestown home on the 5th this month. Attorney Alex Lamontes spoke yesterday after Boone County prosecutors announced the charges against the homeowner, Kurt Anderson.
The loss of human life is undeniable. And insurance exists precisely for situations like this.
Anderson is charged with voluntary manslaughter for shooting Maria Florinda Rios Perez. Lamontes said the case is now about community safety and justice for the family. 2 vehicles collided and 1 person died. That's what happened on Indy South Side this morning.
All those measurements that those traffic investigators have to take on scene, they have to go and take those vehicles and download information. It's a lot of work, and it's going to take a little bit of time to figure everything out.
IMPD officer Tommy Thompson says they were given a call to South Harding Street near West Hannah Avenue in I-465 just before 7 o'clock. The driver of the Camaro died at the scene, and the pickup truck driver, that is, wasn't seriously hurt, but he was taken to a hospital for evaluation. An apartment complex in Indianapolis is being sued.
Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita has filed a major civil lawsuit against the owners and management of Indianapolis's Lake Castleton apartments. The suit accuses the out-of-state landlords of systematically ignoring tenant safety and health, failing to repair critical issues like broken plumbing and air conditioning. Investigators documented severe problems including sewage backups, mold and pest infestations, leading to 132 health code citations in a little over a year. Rokita stated his office will hold those accountable who who violate their legal and moral duty to provide habitable housing. Jeanette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the bye week is over, and the Indianapolis Colts are getting ready to play the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday for a kickoff at 1. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:04.
Hammer here for my friends at AAA. The holidays are here. It's upon us, and so is winter weather. This year, stay prepared and give everyone on your list the gift of a peace of mind by giving them a AAA membership. As a AAA member, you get roadside assistance 24/7, 365. Flat tire, dead battery, you name it, AAA is there. You also get exclusive travel discounts, hotels, rental cars, and all the cool events happening around the Hoosier State this holiday season. Now through the end of the year, new members can join AAA for just $50 for a 1-year classic membership and add an associate for free. This is a great gift idea. Give someone you care about a AAA membership. Visit AAA.com and use the code HOLIDAY25. That's HOLIDAY25 at AAA.com, or just call 844-GO-AAA-GO or visit your local AAA office. Give the gift of AAA this holiday season. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
You've got WIBC traffic at 4:05 with Matt Bear.
Yeah, northwest side, Jack. Northbound 465 stop-and-go traffic from 86th Street up to 865. Into downtown and southbound 65 stop-and-go traffic, 29th Street to Meridian. Then the construction of southbound 6570. That's stopped from the north split to Washington Street. That construction should be done at the end of the week. Northbound 65 on the south side, stop-and-go traffic. Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. And eastbound 70 slows. Harding Street into the south split. East side, southbound 465 slow from 70 to Washington, and northbound 69 on the northeast side slow from 465 up to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by AARP. If you're asked to pay with a gift card, it's a scam. Scammers love gift cards because they're just like cash. No real business or government agency will ever ask for gift cards. Learn more at aarp.org/gift cards. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
We'll track scattered showers and storms to gradually move out through early tonight. Low temperatures will be falling into the lower 40s. Wednesday, expect a gloomy day with the potential for some morning patchy drizzle. High temperatures will struggle to get into the upper 40s to lower 50s with a light breeze. By Thursday, we will track high temperatures back in the upper 50s, but another system looks to slide in starting later in the day on Thursday. Some showers look to try and trickle into the state by late Thursday. I'm Wish TV Star Trek 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock it!
All right, Hammer, what were you just telling me about the Epstein files and the House vote?
So it passed through, okay?
Yeah.
Today was the day where
we're going to release them.
Donald Trump said, Republicans, go nuts. I got nothing to hide. I'm tired of dealing with this crap. Just release it all out
And this is a Democrat operative thing. They want to distract and attach Donald Trump's name to all this. This is what this is.
There's nothing that's bipartisan in Washington. Nothing. Except for this. The vote to release the Epstein files passed 427-1 in the House of Representatives. The only no was Representative Clay Higgins. He's a Republican. Everybody else voted yes to pass it through.
Yeah.
The bill will now head to the Senate. Now, this is where it's going to get a little dicey. Is the Senate going to vote to pass it through? But now you've got Trump's blessing. Like, you've got an excuse, if you will. Go for it. Pass it through. Get it out there. Let's see what you got. Because I'm willing to bet, like we said yesterday, it's going to be a whole lot of nothing. Nobody's going to end up going to jail, even though people totally should, and it's going to waste everybody's time.
And what's in these files? I keep on hearing files. Client lists, pictures, labeled compact discs at the time with photos on them. Like, what are in the files? The files.
The files. Unless it's a list of people we need to arrest, I do not care. I really don't. We already know Jeffrey Epstein was a creeper. We know he was a pedophile. We know Ghislaine Maxwell was a monster. We know children were having sex against their will, like with older people on that island. Ghislaine Maxwell is locked up right now for sex trafficking to nobody. Find out who she was sex trafficking to.
When you say locked up, she's probably playing pickleball right now in Texas.
Right.
At a Club Fed, as you put it yesterday.
There are Red Roof Inns in this country that are in worse conditions
Trust
than
me,
what
trust me,
she's
I know firsthand.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, Large Marge, MTG, she's been very outspoken about wanting these Epstein files released.
Representative out of Georgia.
It caused a little rift between her and President Trump, because early on, Trump was like, don't even put it out there. There's nothing in there. It's a waste of time. She was like, no, we have to get these out there. She was called a traitor, Marjorie Traitor Greene, by Donald Trump.
Whoa.
She spoke at a rally today, and she was surrounded by some of the alleged victims from Epstein Island.
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary. And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition. Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me.
So what is she actually trying to say about Donald Trump?
She was trying to say that he was suppressing the release of information that could lead to the arrest of pedophiles. That's what she's saying. Now, is this beef with Donald Trump about that, or is it something else? We'll get to that here in just a moment, but again, 427-1. That's what the House voted to release the Epstein files. Before we get into more layers of this MTG thing, yes or no, will anybody be arrested as a result of these files being arrested? Make the call.
No. We go through this every time with every committee hearing, with every release of every file. Hammer, you know the answer to this. You didn't have to ask. I understand you're asking me almost rhetorically. No.
And that's a shame.
No. Nobody's going to get arrested. Everybody the only people that are in jail or have anything to do with this, Ghislaine Maxwell, the groomer, the woman that would procure the talent and bring him to Epstein Island, learned how to fly a helicopter, for God's sake, because the helicopter pilots were looking at her sideways, bringing these girls in to what was it, the Virgin Islands, St. John's, and the other guy's dead.
Right.
The other guy's dead, suicided.
So Scott Jennings, who is the Republican on the CNN panels,
but not a token Republican. He's a real Republican.
Right. It's not like when MSNBC brings on Kinzinger or Cheney, Liz Cheney. He actually spars with these people. He feels like this Marjorie Taylor Greene Trump thing isn't even about Epstein. It's because Trump allegedly hurt her feelings by telling her you shouldn't run for the Senate seat in Georgia because you'd get your ass handed to you.
Based on what I've heard and what I know, that he didn't tell her not to run, but what she didn't say was that he sent her a poll privately, discreetly, and it had information in it, and it showed her down 20 points to John Ossoff. And so in politics, when you want to send a message to someone that you like or that has been an ally, you don't embarrass them publicly. You privately send them information and show them what the reality is. And so I think it's true that he didn't tell her not to run, but it's also true that he did her a big favor, which is to show her information that a candidacy statewide in Georgia for her would have been a disaster.
So some feel like Large Marge was like, oh, you don't think I got a chance here? You're going to say I get my ass handed to me? I'm going to go against you on the Epstein files. I'm going on The View. I'm going on CNN. You don't tell me what to do in Georgia, and now we're playing the feud.
Could you imagine? And Marjorie Taylor Greene like rolling over one morning and seeing Donald J. Trump text message, and it's just a poll saying, yeah, you're going to get your ass handed to you by Ossoff.
Ossoff 60, you 40. It's not good.
That's not what you want to see first thing in the morning when you're rolling out of bed.
Not at all. Not
and he
at
never
all.
endorsed her to begin with. He never endorsed her to begin with.
Not the first time around the board. Yeah, this is a little feud here, and it's still going on. Now, House Speaker Mike Johnson, he said that the reason why a lot of Republicans were leery of releasing or voting to release the files, it still has to go through the Senate, but voting to release the files is that, all right, you want all this information out there. It's now public information. There's a lot of victims' names. A lot of these victims are going to be humiliated and embarrassed, but if this is what you want, here we go.
From the very beginning, our side has been insistent that this matter must be handled very carefully and with utmost caution and care for the victims. We want maximum transparency. We have always been about that. We want every single person who had any scintilla of evidence that they were involved in the Epstein evils, they need to be brought to justice, and it should have been done a long time ago.
True.
We need to find out who those people are. But in the meantime, you have to remember there are real people's, innocent people's lives at stake here, and young victims who don't want to be dragged into this political game because it could hurt further what they've already endured. They would be made to suffer more harm if Congress is not careful in what we're doing. And unlike our very important work that's underway in the House Oversight Committee, the Democrat-led discharge petition would carelessly dump thousands of documents without proper protections for the innocent.
Years and years and years to redact those names in those files.
To put this in a local term, though, like some of these people on the Epstein files might be taking the page out of Jennifer Ruth Green's playbook. Now, if you remember, she was the one that had her sexual assault outed by Politico. Like the Adam Aron Politico people, they
weasel
allegedly outed her sexual assault against her wishes to help Frank Mervan win that seat. Yeah. And she was begging them not to do it. For whatever reason, maybe she felt humiliated, maybe she didn't want to relive a bad memory. She did not want it out there. But Politico, boy, they had no problem doing that. And maybe that's where House Speaker Johnson's coming from here. Just a little food for thought.
Just redaction from the victims. And there are thousands of names associated with Epstein, by the way, that had nothing to do with any of this stuff, too. That's another consideration they're making.
Hell, one of those names might be Donald Trump. And so they find a smoking gun that connects him to having sex with kids, this whole thing, which, let's be honest, it's about him. It's not about Epstein. It's not about the victims. It's about Trump. This whole thing is going to be a big waste of time. Matt Bear.
Northwest side stop-and-go traffic from 79th up to 865. Make it east, and we're going to be slow all the way over to Meridian. On the east side, northbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from East 56 up to I-69. Southbound 465, an 11-minute delay from 70 to 74. Inbound 70, stop-and-go traffic from Sherman Drive into the North Split. Exit southbound 65, 70 jam to Washington because of construction. Inbound 65, stop-and-go 29th to the North Split for a 12-minute delay. Eastbound 70 delayed 4 minutes Harding into the South Split, and South Side eastbound 465 stop and go traffic before 31 to Arlington Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Audible. Stuck in traffic. Audible's romance collection will have you falling fast in the slow lanes. Satisfy every side of you with rom-coms, romantasy, and the really steamy stuff. Listen free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, we got 47, rain at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Coming up here, 5:06, Governor Mike Braun in studio for the first time talking, to the masses about what took place with the Senate, his phone call with President Trump. Can't miss that conversation. It's coming up at 5:06. Until then, let's have some fun, man. Let's play a spirited round of Is This Anything, and let's do it next.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Well, Bryce and Joe Lee from PA Jewelers in Brownsburg make you feel at home. No pressure. They have got the biggest selection at the best prices. If you're Christmas shopping on a budget, don't worry about it. Truly unique pieces you won't find anywhere else, and they don't mark up their jewelry like the others. Believe me, I know this. I've seen it firsthand. They can also make you a custom piece of jewelry out of an old family heirloom, and they've got the coolest watches as well. PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. At the farmhouse, tell them Nigel sent you.
Press 1 for balances. Press 2 for deposits. Press 3 to scream into the void.
We get it. These days, it's all phone menus and chatbots. But business banking doesn't have to be that way. Bank with Horizon and discover the power of real AI, advisor intelligence. Real people who answer calls, know your business, and go above and beyond to help you succeed. Get started today at horizonbank.com/businessai. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Denny Smith, and when temps are dropping, it means your water heaters, softeners, and even those old pipes are under stress. Fall's the time when rain hits, the ground shifts, and tree roots start tearing into those old clay or PVC lines. LD Smith Plumbing can handle it all. Water heaters, softeners, leaks, even gas line inspections before you fire up that furnace or fireplace. And don't forget those hoses, hose bibs, and crawl space vents before the freeze hits. Call my friends at LD Smith Plumbing, the local pros I trust, or just head to ldsmithplumbing.com today.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling, billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts, and Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Hi, I'm Dylan, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a customer service specialist, I love helping couples find their dream engagement ring. And guess what? I just got engaged, so it was fun to create one myself. First, my fiance tried on a bunch of ring styles and she was drawn to a classic diamond pave setting. Then we looked at different diamond shapes from pear to oval to cushion. She fell in love with a princess cut. At Shane Company, you can create a one-of-a-kind ring and get it in days, not weeks. Because a friend wants you to have a magical holiday proposal. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers, designers of fine custom jewelry in Carmel.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indy, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free. Just look it up. Put your name in. Put your family's names in. indianaunclaimed.gov.
Is this anything a JetBlue flight from Boston to Tampa? had to turn around and make an emergency landing because somebody was vaping weed in one of the bathrooms.
Of course.
And then, due to the filtration system, the crew started inhaling the weed smell. Here are the pilots making the call to air traffic control.
JetBlue 1191, I just have some questions. Is the cockpit secure right now?
Hey, from cockpit secure, we had a customer vape in the lab, and smoking marijuana in the lab. We'd like it to turn to Boston.
JetBlue 1191, roger.
For JetBlue 1191, we had a security issue on with a passenger, mostly a disturbance. They were smoking marijuana. Our crew inhaled it, and now we're overweight landing. So that's the main reason for the emergency.
What was that at the end? The crew inhaled it, but he said something else. He said now we're overweight landing. Did they start getting the munchies and raiding the snack cabinet?
Or is that some sort of aviation term?
I was gonna say it must be some. I tell you what though, here's what it sounded like a few moments later, after that initial call to the air traffic control.
We had a customer.
We had a security passenger smoking marijuana. Our crew inhaled it.
Here, pass it back. Yeah, that's serious.
That is serious.
That is something for sure.
Toward the end there, kind of sounded like Hogsett doing a presser. Is this anything? Actor, comedian, American treasure, Adam Sandler. He's on the new episode of Letterman's Netflix series, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction.
Okay.
In the trailer they just released, Sandler talks about just bombing one night on stage.
I did this one show in Boston, and my dad and brother came to see it. I was 17, and I ate it so hard in front of my dad, and I hated that. And the MC came on after, and I walked off into the humiliation of eating it. And he says, "Adam, were you the class clown in school?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Stick with that." And the place goes, "Oh." And I was like, "Oh, man, that hurt in front of Pop."
There's no more period of vulnerability than those few moments.
I don't think this is anything. I like Adam Sandler, but I have not seen any movie of his since Happy Gilmore 2, which is recent, which it came out this year. But before Happy Gilmore 2, I know you have the gambling movie that he was in.
Uncut Gems.
Is that worth?
It's not a comedy. Like if you're wanting wacky Sandler, that's not your movie.
Okay, but is it good? Is it interesting?
It's a good movie.
Is it a good movie?
It's a drama, yeah.
Okay, after Uncut Gems, Sandler did Goldman versus Silverman.
No idea.
Anybody?
Nothing.
Hubie Halloween.
Awful.
You watched it?
So we were looking for like a
It also had Julie Bowman in it too, right?
Yeah, and it's got all of his buddies in it too, like Schneider's in it, and Kevin James.
I'm stunned that I've never even heard of it.
It's on Netflix. There's a Netflix Halloween movie, I think.
Right. We were looking for Halloween specials. We had a movie night, and it was like, it's a Sandler Halloween movie. Let's watch it. And it was awful. I mean, it sucks.
So, I like Adam Sandler, and I'll probably watch it because of his body of work before, Hotel Transylvania 2. I like Grown Ups. The first one was fine.
I like both of them, I admit.
Did you like Click?
Click was okay. Okay.
Did you like his serious ones? Did you like Spanglish?
Never saw it. Uncut Gems was really serious, and it's good.
Uncut Gems. All right. I'll go back and watch Uncut Gems, and I'll see it. But
you still have yet to see That's My Boy, and that ticks me off. Like, because I know you would love it.
That's Andy. Who's his co-star?
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
Yes.
Yeah. He plays. Sandler plays his biological dad that abandoned him and reunited with him, or something like that.
Got locked up because he was doing the hibbity-dibbity with his teacher, and like great cameos in there. You're gonna love Vanilla Ice. Right. I'm telling you, That's My Boy. It's dirty Sandler, like the way his comedy used to be when he was younger. because he became like a family man.
Yeah.
Like the Hotel Transylvania stuff. If you remember Toll Booth Willie Sandler.
Oh, dear.
You're going to enjoy That's My Boy. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. That's it.
Let's do some caller roulette.
What?
Let's do some caller roulette.
I didn't see that. What?
239-9393. Whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about Sandler movies, you can do that. If you want to talk about Governor Braun, Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith, the Senate Pro Tem Rod Bray, redistricting, property taxes. I know you always want to talk about property taxes. If you want to talk about any of that stuff, the Epstein files, phone lines are open. We don't do this an awful lot, so when we do, take advantage. Anything goes. All we need is your name. Just promise you're not going to say anything that's going to get us fired, and you're not going to ramble for like 10 minutes. That's all we're asking. 239-9393. That's the number. 239-9393. Caller roulette next.
Tell me if you've heard this one before. Neil in Indianapolis had already moved, listed his old home with a friend of his that was an agent for 60 days. He wasn't happy about it, decided to evaluate Mark Dietl's marketing plan, and Neil switched. To his relief, after about 15 days on the market, the Mark Dietl team sold his home as is for the price Neil needed. That's why Mark Dietl is the best in the business.
Mark Dietl guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. That's right, he will buy it. And you pick your move date, no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Nobody else can touch that. Reach out to Mark Dietl right now. 317-755.
The National Weather Service in Indianapolis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Monroe County, southern Morgan County, northwestern Brown County, east central Clay County, Owen County, south central Putnam County, until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 4:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles northwest of Spencer, or 23 miles northwest of Bloomington, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Bloomington, Martinsville, Spencer, Gillespie, Cloverdale, Morgantown, Gosport, Paragon, Steinsville, Mahalaseville, Indiana University, Quincy, McCormick's Creek State Park, Lake Lemon, Patricksburg, Yellowwood Lake, Woodville Hills, Kegels Mill Lake, Unionville, and Dever. This includes Interstate 70 between mile markers 35 and 37. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the following counties in Indiana: Brown, Clay, Monroe, Morgan, Owen, and Putnam.
'93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Why the House has now voted. You've got 45 degrees, cloudy skies, rain and storms on the way. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:33. It's to require the Justice Department to release all files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullen is criticizing Democrats for supporting the release, speaking with Fox's America Reports.
This doesn't look good at all for the Democrats, but this is all about smoke and mirrors. It's about distractions.
The vote only happened after a bipartisan effort forced the issue, and as Republicans had blocked it for months. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman met with President Trump at the White House today, pledging $600 billion to the U.S. economy.
Complete with a flyover, the pomp and circumstance. The F-15s as well as the F-35s flew over the White House here. It was all smiles inside the Oval Office, and the president gave the Crown Prince what he wanted even before the meeting started, to buy those F-35 most advanced fighter jets. Now, Saudi Arabia Crown Prince saying that his investment now in the U.S. is pledging to increase to $1 trillion over the next several years. Now, the first part of that will invest in infrastructure projects like $14.2 billion the Saudis spent with GE Varnova. The project built heavy-duty gas turbines and will create 1,800 jobs in Greenville, South Carolina.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence reporting, expect fog in Indiana tomorrow.
That fog's not going to stick around too long into the day Wednesday, probably wrapping up by 8, 9 o'clock.
Andrew White with the National Weather Service said rain could also taper off by tomorrow morning, but they say it should return Thursday and Friday. Purdue basketball is back in the #1 spot in the latest AP rankings, and Saturday Night Live's December episodes feature Ariana Grande and musical guest Cher. Grande will host for a third time on December 20th episode, and Cher will perform on the show for the first time since 1987. With your WIBC closing bell report, the Dow dropped by 498 points to 46,091. The S&P 500 went down 55 points to 6617. The NASDAQ fell by 275 points to 22,432. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:35.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and you know that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace too strict.
Traffic now at 4:36. Matt Bear, what do you have?
Westbound 70 delayed 5 minutes. Emerson into the north split. That turns into southbound 65-70 jammed to Washington because of construction. Inbound 65 stop and go for a 13-minute delay. 29th down to the north split. And eastbound 70 stop and go traffic. 4-minute delay Harding Street into the south split. East side stopped on southbound 465 between 70 and 74. That is a 12-minute delay. And on the northwest side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic from West 71st down to West 10th. Traffic sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Heating Weather Center forecast.
Scattered showers and storms will move out there early tonight with lows in the low 40s. Wednesday, expect a cloudy day with some potential for a morning patchy drizzle. Highs only in the upper 40s to low 50s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Buckle up. Anything can happen here.
Oh, hell yeah. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Hammer and Nigel present Caller Roulette.
Before we get to Caller Roulette, we got to address something we were talking about earlier. We had this story about an emergency plane landing. Like the plane was taking off from Boston to Tampa, had to make an emergency turnaround because somebody was smoking weed on the plane, right?
Right.
And so do we have the audio of the thing?
The pilot's calling the air traffic controller.
JetBlue 1191, I just have some questions. Is the cockpit secure right now?
Hey, from cockpit secure, we had a customer vape in the lab, and smoking marijuana in the lab. We'd like it to turn to Boston.
Weed.
JetBlue 1191, roger.
For JetBlue 1191, we had a security issue on with a passenger, mostly a disturbance. They were smoking marijuana. Our crew inhaled it, and now we're overweight landing. So that's the main reason for the emergency.
Now I theorize He said the crew's overweight. I theorized they started snacking.
They got high and started eating all the onboard snacks.
That's what happens when you smoke marijuana. You get the munchies. And now the plane's way overweight. And now they don't know what to do. But we were severely corrected. Even as I was making a joke, and I didn't know this, we've got several text messages from dignitaries across the state, from the YouTube chat. The flight was overweight because they took off with a full load of fuel, not because the flight attendants smelled the marijuana and got the munchies. I was joking. Now, I didn't know that's the reason why he said it was overweight.
Right.
I figured you even said it. You said it was like a flight,
an aviation term. You would have thought, though, we went on the air and said, does anybody know the name of the current president of the United States? The way we got texts and tweets, people couldn't get through for caller roulette because they were calling Allison saying, the reason they say overweight is... So thank you. We got it. Thank you.
It was a joke. You get the munchies. You start eating everything in sight when you have marijuana. That's the way I took it.
Right. Now, we did learn that is, the term when you got too much gas and you got to land, you're heavy.
You're heavy.
And we know this because 6,554 people all responded at the same time.
We got smart people.
We do. The best listeners in the business, baby.
I love it.
Now let's get into whatever the hell this is going to be.
Oh, no.
If you're on hold, again, the rules are simple. We have no idea what you want to talk about. We didn't screen any of these calls out. All we have is your name. Keep it brief. Keep it clean. Other than that, let's rock. Kevin, you're up first. What you got, buddy?
Yeah, I was going to talk about Braun and the redistricting. Republicans are great on policy, but they're just terrible on messaging. And I just don't think that he understands that Trump is playing chess, not checkers on this. This is not about the 2 or 3 seats that they're going to squeak out in Indiana. This is about the overall. The Democrats have been doing this for decades and decades, and we're talking dozens and dozens of seats. But until you do what they're doing, then they overplay their hand and go crazy about it. Then you can get policy done to do the whole thing fair. And I just don't think that he quite understands that, and I wish he did.
Right on. Thank you, Kevin. Again, Governor will be in here in less than a half hour, and we're going to get as many questions in as we can. Again, our time is limited, but going to do as much rapid fire with the governor as we possibly can. Gordon is up next. Gordon, what you got, buddy?
Gordo.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I love the show. I listen every afternoon on the way home from work, but I didn't get to hear Guy Relford on Monday. I just want to know if you guys could briefly go back over what you talking to Guy Relford about the shooting in Whitestown.
Sure. Now, if you have any sort of internet access, you can go to WIBC.com and hear the full conversation. Allison does a great job of doing the podcast. We've put it up on our Facebook and our Twitter as well. But, Nige, how would you recap it briefly?
Very little he could say specifically about his client, who fired the shot through the door, and unfortunately a woman died. I would say he is relying heavily on the castle doctrine.
Correct.
In this state, which is pretty strong.
This is going to come down to whether or not you can prove that little area of the porch, I think they called it a crittich or something like that. I've probably butchered the term. But that area around the porch where somebody's jiggling keys, trying to get into your home, is that part of your castle? And did his client legitimately fear for the safety of himself and his family at home? So those are the things that the judge, the jury are really going to have to take advice on. And that's pretty much the summary of our conversation.
And you could go
with
back
Guy.
and, again, listen to it, yesterday's podcast.
Yes. Yeah, it's all out there, WIBC.com. Joe is up next. Joe, what you got, bud?
Hey, that guy that was a Navy guy that won that concert ticket some time back, was that Brett Michaels deal? Was that what that was? You remember?
Nope.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm retired Army, and I wanted to razz that guy. I'm sure he's listening. But this is the 250th anniversary of both the Navy and the Army. But do you know what the difference is between a fairy tale and a sea story is?
What's that?
The fairy tale begins with once upon a time, and the sea story begins with, you're not going to believe this, but go Army, beat Navy.
All right, there we go. All right, let's go to Roger.
I'm going to have to
Roger Dodger, what's up, my man?
look that up.
Hey, you guys are great, by the way.
Thanks,
but,
buddy.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. I guess I don't understand how Braun dropped the ball for the whole state tax thing. I'm a little bit younger than my mother-in-law, but she's owned her house for over 50 years. And I'm just kind of standing back thinking, how long do you have to own your house and have to still pay on it? I mean, what is the deal with that?
You're right.
Well, I understand, but England, the Queen owns everything. Well, not the Queen anymore, but the King owns everything, and I guess that's how life is there. But America, we're supposed to be free and own a piece of property.
You're right. And Roger, I would say that there's more than one person to blame for this property tax fiasco that we got stuck with. I put a lot of it on Rod Bray, the Senate Pro Tem. This was nothing that interests him at all. Could not care less if you got extra money in your pocket. But his cronies, his inner circle, his group of elite butt sniffers, they were all about making sure they got theirs. When business deals get property tax involved, now they make financial gains. This is why guys like Scott Baldwin were in charge of this bill. His business was going to make money. The actual taxpayer is going to get screwed. That's all that matters to guys like Rod Bray. So yes, you can blame Braun for maybe not fighting for it more. You can blame Micah Beckwith for being, you were too over the top and you overpromised and underdelivered. But I think the biggest blame needs to go on the Senate. Rod Bray's got the power. Now, it's ridiculous that he's the most powerful guy right now in Indiana, and we can have that conversation, but he is right now the most powerful dude, and he wanted no part of any of us getting tax relief, I promise you. Pat gets the last word here. Pat, what's up?
Hi, guys. I just want to tell you that you have given this 90-year-old broad the greatest fun time ever. So I just want to call and thank you for that.
All right.
90?
I was driving along one Saturday morning, and I hear my name. Well, you got Sullivan, and you've got Denny Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my last name is Pat Denny. So there you go. I went, holy cow. I couldn't believe it.
You're the real Pat Denny of this radio station. That's right. You're the real Pat Denny here.
I know. And I said, I grew up with radio, never TV. And I said, you have said things on radio that my parents or my grandparents, they wouldn't believe what you say. But anyway.
Well, we got an hour left of this show, too, Pat.
Yes. But I've been going to do this for ages. I pulled in today. I saw a rainbow coming. I thought, my gosh, I'm going to do it today. So
Well, Pat, you sound great, Pat. Like, you don't sound 90.
You don't sound 90.
At all. You sound great.
Well, a lot of people say, no, I don't act it either. So I just want you to know that. Yeah.
Well, Pat, God bless you. We thank you so much for calling in. All right, good round of calls there. I think that's a pretty good round of caller roulette.
Not bad.
Coming up here in, like I said, just after 5 o'clock, the governor's going to be here. And then at 5:33, State Senator Mike Young, who had a pretty fiery speech early this morning. So we got a lot of serious stuff to get to. There's a thunderstorm warning from Morgan County, a rare November thunderstorm. We're dealing with a lot of serious crap here on the Hammer and Nigel show.
No question, Chimney Solutions of Indiana is the best at what they do, and they do fireplaces, all kinds of fireplaces, fireplace inserts, gas fire logs, wood-burning stoves. They provide yearly maintenance. If you're like my wife and I and have a fireplace, but you've never used it because it's not either hooked up properly or you just don't know how, chimneyindy.com. ChimneyMD.com. That's Chimney Solutions of Indiana. They will hook you up, especially if you tell them Nigel sent you.
It's not just cancer care,
That's the complete care you get at Hendricks.
And you can feel that spirit of excellence, trying to do what's best from a medical standpoint, but also trying to affect the patient and their family as you would a family member.
Hendricks Care is trying to meet the patient where they are.
You know your body better than anyone else.
Do the cancer screening early.
An ounce of prevention versus a pound of cure.
Learn about health screenings at hendricks.org/cancer.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Indiana can count on.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Growing your retail business is easier with Shopify Point of Sale. Shopify POS connects your entire retail store, in-store, online, and social media on one platform. It's built for how customers shop today and for how they'll shop tomorrow. The result? Smoother checkouts and deeper customer relationships that pay off and keep them coming back. Ready to grow with Shopify POS? Visit shopify.com/switch now for more details. That's shopify.com/switch now.
You get up early on snow days because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to thrive in the winter. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $5,250. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Indianapolis to see their full line of Kubota or visit them online at McAllisterKubota.com.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Jim Banks is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Jim Banks at 202-224-4814 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Express the heartwarming message that says love is about being together. Let a Pierce Jewelers diamond engagement ring be the symbol that says, I love you. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Windows Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus no interest and no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com.
Want to be in the room where it happens? Win opening night tickets to Broadway's Hamilton Tuesday, December 2nd. Enter now at WIBC.com for your shot to see the show everyone's talking about.
Name me one other news talk show in America that has the governor coming in studio to talk about a very controversial and national story.
Yes.
A 90-year-old broad, as she described herself.
That was her words.
Talking some smack and giving away Weird Al Yankovic tickets.
What?
We're doing that later in the show, so don't call right now. Don't call now. But later on, we got Weird Al tickets.
Awesome.
Matt Bear, we're dealing with a lot of stuff here.
A lot of stuff, Hammer. We're checking out the northwest side, southbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from West 71st all the way down past Rockville Road 36. That is a 30-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop-and-go from 29th to Meridian. Westbound 70, stop-and-go traffic, Emerson Avenue to the north split, a 5-minute delay, and then we're jammed from the north split to Washington Street. West side, eastbound 70, stop-and-go traffic, Harding to the south split for a 7-minute delay. Southbound 65, slow from the south split down to 465. East side southbound 465 delayed 17 minutes from 70 to 74. Traffic sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off, plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
47 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. We need to give 90-year-old Pat some more airtime.
Yeah.
Give her a weekly segment. We need to put the broad into broadcasting here. That's what we need to do. Bring Pat in here, our broadcaster.
I'm a 90-year-old broad, I think was the quote.
Hey, check out the Hammer and Nigel Show merchandise store. You have to order this week to make sure you get some stuff for Thanksgiving. If you want to talk some politics at the table, or if you want to have a highly inappropriate shirt, we've got you covered on all fronts at the Hammer and Nigel Show store.
Okay.
Hoodies, hats, it's all right there. You can get the Guy Relford shirt, the I Hate Rob Kendall, or I Love Rob Kendall shirt. They're all there. Store.hammerandnigel.com. Nigel's rocking out the trucker hat today. Here on the YouTube chat.
Love this hat. One of my favorites.
They're available right now. Store.hammerandnigel.com, or just go to Google and type in Hammer and Nigel Show Store. Scheduled to be joined in studio by Governor Braun next.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive, free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, listen, if you think you're too busy, especially around the holidays, to exercise, oh man, you couldn't be more wrong. Exercise Inc. is a strength training program that gets your muscles and your body the movement and the strength that it needs once a week for 20 minutes. It's a once-a-week, 20-minute workout. I've been doing Exercise Inc. for about 9 years now. It's helped me build muscle. My clothes fit different. I feel better. I look better. Of course, that's subject to interpretation. I have more energy. And again, the best part, it's once a week for 20 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a tough 20 minutes, all the different exercises they run you through. But it's private studios, no mirrors, no music. It's just you and your coach. Lose weight, look better, get off some of those prescription meds, and then enjoy life because you'll be stronger and have more energy. 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now a new one in Fishers. ExerciseInc.com. That's ExerciseInc.com. Tell them Nigel sent you.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top-quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers.
And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Are you ready to build your custom dream home? Joiner Homes is ready to make your dream come true. Over 18 years, Joiner Homes, based out of Greenfield, have built hundreds of homes in central Indiana, and the best place to start is joinerhomes.com. That's where you'll find pricing, photos of completed Joiner homes to inspire you, available home sites, and info on where you can visit their model homes, and a lot more. Be sure to check out Joiner Homes' 5-star Google reviews. Get started today at joinerhomes.com.
It's time you practiced your home fire escape plan. Be sure everyone in your family knows what to do if there's a fire. Get out, stay out. It's your fire safe response.
Broadcasting from the Technology Recycler Studios, this is Indy's Mobile News, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis.
They agree and disagree. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The House votes overwhelmingly to force the release of Justice Department files related to late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Both sides of the aisle calling for transparency, but also accusing each other of trying to use the issue for political gain.
The Speaker is calling on Leader John Thune in the Senate to amend this bill because he says it does not protect the victims, the whistleblowers in this investigation. The authors of this bill deny that. But there are deeper divisions over why this happened today, why it happened in the first place, as Republicans are claiming that Democrats are politicizing this investigation, and they're asking, why is this happening now?
Fox's Aisha Hasni on Capitol Hill. The House Speaker says it wasn't an issue raised during the Biden administration. Democrats pointing out President Trump could also release files without Congress. Leader Thune says the Senate could vote soon by unanimous consent, which appears to suggest no plan for amendments. The House also voting on a censure motion to refer Democrat Delegate Stacey Plaskett to the Ethics Committee over reports she was texting with Epstein, receiving guidance from him on questions during a 2019 congressional hearing. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince will soon head to a black-tie dinner at the White House after an earlier Oval Office meeting focusing on stronger defense and economic ties, with the prince increasing expected investment in the U.S.
Saying that his investment now in the U.S. is pledging to increase to $1 trillion over the next several years. Now, the first part of that will invest in infrastructure projects like $14.2 billion the Saudis spent with GE Varnova. The project built heavy-duty gas turbines and will create 1,800 jobs in Greenville, South Carolina.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence at the White House. The president will allow the Saudis to buy advanced fighter jets. America is listening to Fox News.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick.
93 WIBC Mobile News, on the level, on the go.
Tragic and preventable. Heavy rain and stormy out there, 45 degrees rather. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. That's what attorney Alex Lamontes calls the death of Maria Florinda Rios Perez, and now he wants justice for her family.
They are currently assessing whether they will cover this tragic loss, and we strongly believe that if coverage does exist, they should pay this family for the life that was taken.
Perez was with her husband the morning of November 5th when they arrived at the wrong address to clean it. She was shot on the front porch from inside. The Boone County Prosecutor's Office filed a voluntary manslaughter charge against Kurt Anderson, and he has an initial hearing set for Friday. IMPD said today they have arrested 2 parents after their 1-year-old son died yesterday. Police say Angel Guadalupe Rosales Alvarado was severely malnourished and underweight when he was taken to a hospital. His parents, Wendy Alvarado and Duño Duarte Rosales, now face several criminal charges such as neglect of a dependent causing death. Average gas price $2.98 a gallon today, says AAA. A tough loss for the 1-13 Indiana Pacers against the Detroit Pistons, 127 to 112. They play the Charlotte Hornets next at 7 Eastern tomorrow. The University of Indianapolis recently announced a new partnership in the city. Johnette Cruz has more.
In a move aimed at securing the future of Indiana's multi-billion-dollar sports industry, the University of Indianapolis and the Indiana Sports Corp are joining forces. The collaboration aligns with the Indiana Sports Corp's 2050 vision to make Indiana the global epicenter of sports. The agreement guarantees UIndy students, including those in business, communication, and sports management, guaranteed internships and professional development with the nation's first sports commission. Leaders say this partnership ensures that the future event management professionals are trained right here in Indiana, strengthening the state's capacity to host world-class events. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Time is 5:04. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield has the best deals, the best selection, and now it has my 2 exclusive offers. Walk into Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield all Black Friday week and say, I heard about the fantastic Ford Black Friday on Tony Katz, and you can get $2,000 off your best deal, or you could take 20% off your service bill. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield does have the selection. The cars, the trucks, the SUVs, the fleet vehicles. If you own a business, you need to be working with Andy Moore Ford. And now, the best deals all Black Friday week. Just walk in and say, I heard about the fantastic Ford Black Friday on Tony Katz and get $2,000 off your best deal. And the deal's going to be amazing. Or 20% off your service. And the service at Andy Moore Ford is impeccable. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's MOHR. I love Andy. AndyMooreFord.com.
Traffic at 5:05. Here's Matt Bear.
Yeah, Jake, on the northeast side crash. Eastbound 465 before Allisonville Road, blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Meridian, a delay of 10 minutes. On the northwest side, southbound 465 jammed in part, stop-and-go traffic west 71st down to Sam Jones Expressway. That's going to be a delay time of 33 minutes. Inbound 70, stop-and-go. Emerson Avenue to the north split, and then southbound 6570 jams north split to Washington Street because of construction. Inbound 65 coming in slowly, MLK to Meridian, and then eastbound 70. Stop and go. Harding into the south split, an 8-minute delay. On the east side, southbound 465 jam from 70 to 74. It's a delay time of 18 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. Don't wait, find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. Now the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
We'll track scattered showers and storms to gradually move out through early tonight. Low temperatures will be falling into the lower 40s. Wednesday, expect a gloomy day with the potential for some morning patchy drizzle. High temperatures will struggle to get into the upper 40s to lower 50s with a light breeze. I'm Wish TV Star Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! Hello, my name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right across from me with a very special in-studio guest.
The governor of the great state of Indiana is Governor Mike Braun. We want to be respectful of your time. I know there's a lot going on, so we're going to kind of dive right into it here. Disregard Nigel and I if we have a few drinks of beers in between. But your thoughts on the leader of the Senate in Indiana, Senate Pro Tem Rod Bray, coming out on Friday saying, yeah, I don't really care what the governor has to say. We don't have the votes, so there won't be a special session under my watch. Now, I'm paraphrasing that, but that, in essence, was his message. Your thoughts?
I would be more concerned about what you're doing when the President of the United States calls you out for something that he's made very clear that he wants to get it done. And I think that is probably more troublesome when it would be what his future is like. And today was a lot of action Org Day. And as we were talking earlier, and I don't think you knew that, but the House is coming back to do maps, and they're coming in. So they're going to be sending something over to the Senate, and then a rebuke of half his caucus when they had that vote on whether to come back or not. And he had to get Democrats to go along with him to have the vote scheduled or to come back into session in January. So 19 were on the roll call against him, and another senator didn't make the roll call vote that said he would. So that's half of his caucus voted against him. So he's losing control of his own caucus. And when you're being touted by the Washington Post and places like that, that you're standing strong, what is that sending a message to?
Oh, my God. The Washington Post editorial board praising Indiana leaders for standing up to Trump. What exactly? That is, I saw that headline. I was like, that is not endearing to, like, the Washington Post is such a liberal, horrible rag. And boy, when I saw that headline, I was like, I don't want to be, I wouldn't want to be associated with that.
Next will be Axios and Politico, and when they're noticing it from out there, you talk about getting somebody irritated in the Oval Office, that will do it. So he's in a place now where he probably calculated he wouldn't have to be. I think I told you a week ago, this is the beginning of the discussion, and the reason he abruptly said they weren't going to do it is we were getting that close. The White House lists and ours with this public yes and private yes was somewhere around 21 or 22, and that was over a week ago. So the momentum had so much forward momentum to it that is when he decided I had to put the brakes on, because it could have tipped over to where now 20 are formally going against him on a public roll call vote, so, or on the vote to go back into session in January. So,
Governor, does it feel personal with the Senate Pro Tem Rod Bray at this point? Because the two biggest things that we've talked about the last couple of years have been property tax relief and now the changing of the congressional maps. And you guys have kind of been on opposite sides of the argument here. Is it frustrating to you? Does it feel personal to you?
Well, I don't let it become personal or frustrating. In building a business over 37 years, lots of times when you have your own butt on the line financially and you're struggling, that's a bigger deal. Running for office as a state rep and beating two sitting congressmen and a sitting senator, that was hard. And let's say 5 months of negative advertising that you were heartless, a hypocrite, and a liar based on nothing. This is someone making a miscalculation that for some genteel purpose, when the president has talked to him twice, vice president has come in twice, and he's trying to justify that there's not a need to do something because he's not in the mood to do it. And then today, when the House broke with the Senate, that's the biggest news of the day. So he is getting cornered more and more, and why you would dig in, you need to bring this vote to the public forum, get the maps that they're going to be sent to him, get them across the finish line, or else then he's going to be dealing with him and his whole bunch of folks that have held out to where they had to have Democrats today get them across the finish line. They're going to be looking at longer-term political consequences. And Trump's made that very clear. And you've got our entire Republican delegation that's for it. You got one of our two senators, Jim Banks, that's out there. Young, I think, is probably softly for it. Our state office holders. I mean, you're going against everyone, Republicans across the country and here in Indiana.
Tell me what it was like seeing your name. Donald Trump put out that True Social post and mentioned you. It's mentioned Bray and Good, but you were mentioned in that too. And then you had a phone call with the president later, a day or two later. Tell me what that was like.
It was a good phone call.
Were you expecting that tweet? I mean, were you did you know that was coming?
So it tells me that this is priority number one for him.
Yes.
And he wants everyone to be engaged. Probably doesn't understand fully the dynamics of how this works. I can call the session in, and then the rest is jawboning and arm twisting. And I think he's wanting everyone, including me, to take that to the limit, and that's going to occur. And the biggest change in the whole dynamic occurred today when Speaker of the House, who said they had the votes, just formalized it by their coming back in December to give us the maps. That happening was a game changer, and now he digs in with another statement that acts like, well, that may not make a difference. The heat gets turned up, and I'm going to guess we're in the second inning now.
Governor Mike Braun joining us here on the Hammer and Nigel show. I've heard from some people that say, okay, this changing of the congressional maps, it's something that I might be in favor of, but it's not going to change my life one way or another. There are only two areas in Indiana where this might create a change. Central Indy with Andre Carson being my rep, and then the Frank Mervan area up north. What's your response when people say, why pick this battle? Why get Washington involved into this battle? Where was this moxie when it came to property taxes and all these other issues?
So the battle was picked by the president in terms of doing it. And Texas did it, Missouri did it, North Carolina did it. So you should be able to put two and two together there. And they asked us to do it, and it was probably 3 months ago, and we were picking them off in a way that had an organic process to it. Time became an issue when I saw that Bray looked like he was going to try to run out the clock. That is when I decided to call a special session, because at that point, both the White House and our accounting showed us at 21 to 22 senators, 14 public, 6 or 7 private yes. That is the move that he made that I think was a mistake, because he thought by not doing it, he then could delay it or it doesn't get done. That is what irritated the president. It irritated me. And picking the battle on property taxes, you got to remember, that was SB 1. Then he and his leadership team gutted it. So we had to spend 3 months to get it back to where it was. Didn't please everyone, but most people, when they know that their home's going to be exempted, 66% of it in 5 years, and you couldn't have jerked the money away immediately. The loudest complainers are Republican local government officials, believe it or not. So that was the best we were going to get. It wasn't worth starting over, and you can see why, because look who we're dealing with. This guy is now digging in against the President of the United States, the VP, and look what he's doing. And he's cornering himself in a place that is not good.
And look, I keep on theorizing, you know, the midterms come and go next year. And what if the Democrats have the majority by 1 or 2?
Rod Bray?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I keep saying. I'm thinking, okay, that something could have been done to change that. And I'm speculating,
and
obviously.
As interesting as this whole dynamic is,
yes,
you could almost have crafted a novel around it in terms of state politics, federal involvement. Could very well be the case. The merits, why to do it. 6 bluest states in the country are in New England, other than California. Massachusetts, exactly like us, has been gerrymandered to where they haven't had a Republican in nearly 2 decades. They control 3 times as many electoral votes as the 6 reddest do. Dakotas, Wyoming, Alaska, Montana. A lot of them have 1 congressional district. It makes sense. And the Democrats have gerrymandered this as part of their program. And they don't have much more to do. That's why they're raising so much cane about it. But yes, we generally lose a few seats in this dynamic. And it could come down to where if we don't do it, the 1 or 2 seats, now it's 9-0. We're going to get it there.
Yeah.
And we need to deliver it. And that's what they've done in every instance analogous to ours.
Last thing here before we let you go. It seems like we're always talking about special sessions with you for one reason or the other. Last year, again, it was about property tax. Now we're talking about congressional maps changing in Indiana. So do you feel like there's a better chance of these maps being changed than a year ago getting the property tax relief that we all want? Because you said at that point that special session was a waste of time.
I would say that was seeing into the future. If you were going to get a special session with any cooperation,
Governor, we appreciate your time. I know you've got another couple of events to do here.
I thought we had a weather alert there in my ear, so that's why I slammed my.
I thought you were just punctuating my.
I know. I
emphasizing
thought
my
you
statement.
fired up Nigel right there. Nigel's ready to run through a brick wall. Governor, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you.
You bet. My pleasure.
Matt Baer standing by with a look at the roads.
All right, fellas, looking at the northeast side, eastbound 465 crash before Allisonville Road. The right lane is blocked. Traffic stop and go back to Meridian, a 10-minute delay. South side crash, eastbound 465 after US 31. Left lane blocked. Traffic stop to Harding and a 19-minute delay. On the northwest side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic from West 71st Street down to West 10th. That's a delay time of 32 minutes. Inbound at 70, stop and go. Emerson Avenue to the north split. Then we're stopped on southbound 6570 from the split to Washington. That's construction. Inbound 65, stop and go from MLK to Meridian. And eastbound 70 loaded into the south split from Belmont. That's a 7-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Shop for the Black Friday now sale at Grand Appliance to save on top brands like Cafe, GE, and more. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom for details. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Keeping our eye on the weather, we got some watches, got a few warnings in place here. Just be weather aware. Shelbyville, you've got some wind, some hail right now, just north of Seymour, North Vernon area. You guys are getting hit just a little bit. Columbus, Edinburgh, worst seems to be behind you right now, but we're going to keep you up to date with any updated watches and warnings coming up in just a little bit. Right now, looking outside, kind of a weird mix of storm clouds and some sun peeking through. We got rain at the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Are you ready to put joint pain behind you and get to a place where persistent pain doesn't control your life? The dedicated orthopedic experts at Community Health Network are here to turn those goals into a reality. With personalized treatment options that include robotic-assisted surgery, we'll help you feel your best so you can get back to enjoying your hobbies again. Learn more about your care options at ecommunity.com/ortho. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling, billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts, and Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Robert Kirby says more and more customers are looking into the advantages of mini splits as an add-on to help heat and cool smaller spaces.
Separate zones, so separate control of your temperatures. You can turn them off if you want to, or run them at a different temperature. They're ultra quiet and efficient. And you can use them in spaces where there's not always a lot of room for ductwork.
Just go to KirbyHeating.com. Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning is your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer.
Every day, you're giving yourself to others. Whether it's soccer practice, work demands, or meal planning for the fam, life just keeps going. But an extraordinary life is the one you keep loving and living. 1 in 8 women will face breast cancer in her lifetime. Age 40 or older? Visit franciscanhealth.org/breastcare to schedule your mammogram online. And don't let the ordinary get in the way of your extraordinary life.
What's Jeff Saturday up to these days?
Retiring from football means a lot of things for a guy like me. It means more time to pick up some hobbies, like baking, puzzles, and some gardening. It also means pinching pennies. And that's why I look for unclaimed property at indianaunclaimed.gov. Look, it's your money, and they want you to have it. So check indianaunclaimed.gov or text Jeff to 46220 and search now.
Hamilton is coming. Tickets are on sale now for the Tony and Pulitzer Prize-winning musical, Hamilton, in Indianapolis at Old National Center from December 2nd to the 14th. Get tickets at BroadwayInIndianapolis.com.
WIBC cares, and if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at WIBC.com.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com.
Trust me. This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Diamond Engagement Ring Store.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
We'll do Are You Okay With This in just a second, but we just wrapped up a conversation with Governor Mike Braun. Again, he's got a national TV hit coming up, so our time is always limited. We try to get as many questions in as we can.
Yes.
And we always know we can go back to the YouTube or go back to Twitter and find somebody completely pissed off, right? David Glazer, 5888 on the YouTube chat. That was a very, very weak conversation and questioning of the governor. Nigel and Hammer, I'm disappointed. It seemed like you sucked up to the governor instead of going for the truth.
I was just asking questions.
David, it's our job to get his thoughts on things, to get him on the record, and I'm not going to sit there, tie him up with a belt, and yell at him. That's not the way we do things here. What didn't we ask that you wanted? We talked about Rod Bray. Is he a weasel? Is he not? Is there beef between you two? We talked a little bit about property taxes. What's different about you wanting this special session compared to the last one? I feel like those are the big pieces of the conversation here. But according to David Glazer, 5888, until we stand him up, tie him up, and burn him at the stake, that's not going to be good enough. So sorry, David. Didn't mean to disappoint you there, but these are the questions we've asked on air, and we asked the governor these questions right to his face. And we got him pretty much all in about a 10-minute conversation, a 10-minute window. I know I sound super defensive here, but this crap wears me out, man.
He would have stayed the entire hour if he could. He's got a schedule. He's got a national TV hit.
We didn't ask him his favorite ice cream. We didn't ask him, who's the first girl you ever kissed? Like some of these Biden questions. Everything we asked had to do with the state of Indiana.
I will say I asked him off the air, like, when Trump calls you, is it on your cell phone or is it on like a landline? He's like, yeah, it's on my cell phone. It's always, what do you say, Mar-a-Lago or Florida, or it ends in 000. I thought it was spam the first time.
Right.
He called me.
But that was an off-air conversation.
That was an off-air conversation.
We're not going to waste on-air time with that.
I don't know. I think that's pretty interesting myself. I don't know.
So, again, we're never going to please anybody. There are some people that only want us to talk about property taxes for like a full 3-hour show every single day. Like, that's Rob Kendall's thing, right? We'll talk about property taxes, and we brought it up to him.
I'm sure Rob will dissect this interview tomorrow.
Right.
Like a frog in science lab. You know what I mean?
We asked him right to his face, is there beef between you and Rod Bray? Tell us the difference between this special session and the one you wanted for property taxes. Come on, guys.
He didn't seem like he was a big Rod Bray fan at all.
Welcome to the party, pal. That makes two of us.
All right, are you okay with this, Hammer? I laugh because I know what you're going to say. KFC is selling gravy flights for Thanksgiving.
Stop talking yes. Yes.
We might need to explain what a flight is. Like, you go into a brewery, you can order like 5 different mini drinks, many different...
a little bit bigger than a sample.
Yeah, a bit bigger than a sample, and it's called a flight. But KFC is offering gravy flights for Thanksgiving. Let's see, festive feast. That meal comes with a bucket of chicken, mashed potatoes, biscuits, and a flight of 3 different gravies: brown, white peppercorn, and one called Southwest cheddar. Are you okay with this?
Yes! I am 100% okay with this. Gravy from KFC, underrated. Like, I will die on the hill saying KFC is one of the most underrated places you go to.
I haven't had it forever.
Now, you got to be careful because KFC is like Dairy Queen. If you live in a large enough community, there's usually a good one and one that's not as clean.
Is that right?
Yeah, Dairy Queen's like that. KFC's like that. You got to find the good one. You got to find a clean one. But, man, KFC is so good. It just hits the spot, and their gravy. Like, you can dip the chicken in the gravy, the mashed potatoes in the gravy, and now you can dip the gravy in the gravy. I am here for it 100%. Absolutely. All right, coming up next, you heard the governor talking about what the hell's going on in the Senate here in Indiana. Well, we're going to speak to a senator here in Indiana.
Okay.
Somebody that had a pretty fiery speech earlier. Senator Mike Young, scheduled to call into our show and talk about, to quote Vince Lombardi, what the hell's going on out here? That's coming up right after the news with Jake.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It looks like the Senate is moving fast on the bill to release all the Jeffrey Epstein files. Rain has decreased on Monument Circle and 45 degrees in downtown Indy. Lows tonight in the lower 40s. I'm Jake McDaniel for Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 5:30. It looks like the Senate is moving fast with that. It just sailed through the House with a 427-1 vote, so there's clear momentum there. Right after the House vote, Democratic leader Chuck Schumer pushed the Senate to take it up and pass it immediately. Indy Metro police officers were called to South Harding Street near West Hannah Avenue and I-465 just before 7 this morning. IMPD officer Tommy Thompson says a person was killed in a crash on Indy's south side.
One of the vehicles was heading northbound, that being a pickup truck, and then another vehicle heading southbound that was a Camaro. That Camaro at some point crossed over the median and went on to oncoming traffic northbound.
He says the truck driver was taken to a hospital not because he was hurt, but to get evaluated. Indiana State Police are looking into an officer-involved shooting that occurred early this morning in Sullivan. Officers say Kylan Hulbert walked out of a home and going towards an officer with a knife. After Hulbert ignored police to stop, that's when officers shot him. He was taken to a hospital in Terre Haute and then Indianapolis. Average gas price today is $2.98 a gallon, says AAA. And Cambridge Dictionary announced Word of the Year inspired by Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's love story is now shaping the dictionary. Cambridge Dictionary has announced its 2025 Word of the Year, parasocial, and says the choice was partly inspired by Swift's lyrics and her high-profile engagement to Kelce back in August. According to Cambridge University Press, the word, once reserved for academic psychology, now describes a mainstream phenomenon, a connection that someone feels between themselves and a famous person they do not know, a character in a book, film, TV series, or an artificial intelligence.
And that's Fox's Michelle Polino reporting. News time, 5:32. Your traffic now with Matt Bear.
Yeah, Jake, on the northeast side, eastbound 465, crash on the exit to Allisonville Road. The ramp is open. Traffic is jammed back to Westfield Boulevard. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic from 106th Street to 82nd. Inbound 65 is jammed from MLK down to Washington Street. 28-minute delay to make that stretch. Eastbound 70, stop and go traffic. Belmont into the south split. On the northwest side, southbound 465 delayed 26 minutes from 71st Street down to 74 Crawfordsville Road. We are slow after that down to West 10th. And then on the south side, eastbound 465 slow off 69 over to Arlington Avenue. East side southbound 465 loaded from 72-74, 15-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
We'll track scattered showers and storms to gradually move out through early tonight. Low temperatures will be falling into the lower 40s. Wednesday, expect a gloomy day with the potential for some morning patchy drizzle. High temperatures will struggle to get into the upper 40s to lower 50s with a light breeze. By Thursday, we will track high temperatures back in the upper 50s, but another system looks to slide in starting later in the day on Thursday. Some showers look to try and trickle into the state by late Thursday. I'm Wish TV Star Trek 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, yeah! My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
Indiana State Senator Michael Young joins us. Senator, thank you for your time. You had a pretty fiery speech on the floor today. For those who did not get a chance to listen to it, walk me through what your messaging was.
Well, let me just say this first. I like your quote from the coach, but I have a better one from Network. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it any longer.
That's right.
And, well, it was just basically this. What are you guys doing? We're in this mess because Rod Bray didn't have the backbone to make it 9-0 back in 2021. He could have done it. He didn't do it. And now we're sitting here, all because he wants to be nice and fair. And I said, well, if you want to be nice and fair, why don't you give the Democrats, they got 40% of the state vote, why don't you give them 2 extra congressional seats? Well, they're not going to do that. And I said, they wouldn't do it for us either. And that's why we're here, to help our nation against these Democrat states where I think the governor mentioned there's 7 of them that don't have any Republican congressman at all. If you look at Illinois, you could take a picture of that congressional district and put it in the dictionary as the definition of gerrymandering, because you got a little thin line that runs from the western part of Illinois all the way over to Eastern Point. You can't, I don't think you can draw another salamander into that district, that state rather. It's done better than anybody I've ever seen. They're good at their cheating. But the point was this. We're stuck with this situation. Other states are doing it. In off-year elections, the president of the party in power tends to lose seats. And only 2 times it hasn't happened in the last 19 elections. The last one was George W. Bush in 2002 for the war years. The lowest we've ever lost seats was a number of 7. The greatest number was 48. I said, so basically, you're telling us for you to feel good that we don't have to redistrict so you can feel good. But when you wake up on Wednesday morning in November next year, and you wake up and find out we lost the House by 1 or 2 votes,
yes,
it's going to be on you guys. We're going to lose our country. Impeachments will start again. 2 years of impeachments, taking away the attention of the president for his country, and additionally, stopping every good program that we've had, like no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, permanent tax cuts for every American, and everything else he's done. You guys are willing to do that so you can feel good? You gotta be crazy.
You You put it so. I've been saying it all week, Senator. This is Nigel. By the way, I just like the midterms come and go next year, and somehow the House the Republicans are down by a couple seats, and we're going to look back at this moment right here.
We
Right?
had the chance to fire Andre Carson and didn't do it.
Exactly. Well, his thing is, I'm talking about Senator Bray. He says, we don't have a bill. We don't have enough votes. And I reminded Senator Bray at the mic today. I said, in 2023, what happened, Senator Bray? We didn't have a bill on abortion. We didn't have votes for a bill. But you still called us into session. And by the time we got out, not only did we have a good, halfway decent bill, but we had the votes to pass it. And now you won't call us into session to do the very same thing that you did in 2023? And I told him, I said, I've been here with special sessions with Republican governors and Democrat governors. And I've never seen a Republican leader slap the face of our governor by saying, call what you want on special sessions. I'm not going to listen to you. We've never done that to any Democrat governor. We respected their call, and we went in and did our jobs. I said, in 2020, when we were clamoring to get into session on COVID, we were the only branch of government we couldn't get in to do anything. We said that you can't go to church, but you can get drunk. And we couldn't get in. And so we had to change the law to keep one guy from us getting into special session, the governor of the state. Now the governor has called a special session, and one guy stopping us from getting into special session. You.
Right. Senator, is the leadership of Rod Bray in the Senate indicative of the whole? I know you have very different opinions than the Senate pro tem, but as for your colleagues here, are they on board with his style of leadership, or do you feel a pretty big disconnect?
Well, I think there's a disconnect. I have heard senators saying today it's probably time for him to go. Now, they still need enough votes, but at least they're thinking that. That's encouraging.
Senator Mike Young joining us here on the Hammer and Nigel show. So the governor told us earlier that Todd Houston and the House, they've agreed to put changing the congressional maps on the table here. If the House can get something through, they would have to turn it over to the Senate. And then it would have to be an issue that Rod Bray and you guys would have to deal with. Any thoughts on that?
The good thing about this, Hammer, the good thing about this is once we start, we have to come back in. He can't keep us out. The rules say that no House can be out of session more than 3 days without the permission of the other House. So once the House comes in, we could stay out for 3 days, but we got to come back.
So now that we've got this little disconnect, it appears, happening inside the Senate, do you think this is something personal? Like, I asked the governor this when he was here just a few minutes ago. It seems like this is almost personal, to where anything that he wants to be part of his big agenda, being the governor, Rod Bray, the Senate pro tem, is doing everything in his power to take the opposite side. Do you get that same feeling?
Oh, there's no doubt. Look at the property tax thing. This is the first time, even on Governor Orr's A-plus program, it was really had a lot of problems. No one liked it. Nobody wanted to vote for it. But you know what we did? We respected the office of governor and gave the bill a hearing. I mean, we massacred it with amendments when it came down for a vote. And in the end, we got a bill that they had enough votes to pass. But what we didn't tell the governor was, we're not going to hear your bill. And yet, that's what he did to our governor. He's told the governor of the state of Indiana that wanted to protect people's property that, no, I'm not going to hear your bill. Who are you?
So
it's pathetic.
So what happens next, right? Okay, we've agreed that there's some sort of disconnect. We've got some sort of beef between the governor and the leader of the Indiana Senate. Everybody's got an R next to their name, but there seems like there's a little feud going on here. What's next? How do we rectify this situation?
Well, I'd call the President of the United States in, have him come up to the Senate, and stand there while these members go in and vote while he's watching them, I'm guaranteeing you, they're not going to turn that vote down. They'll be voting with the President of the United States.
We heard about
that was being funny, but what we can do is we need 5 people. We know that we have 20 votes for sure because it was a kind of a test vote today. We know we have 20. I understood from the White House people that we have 21, so we need 5 more people. We could do 25-25, but the problem was if one Republican that doesn't want it or one Democrat doesn't show up on the floor, it's 25-24, and the lieutenant governor can't break and do anything. He can only break a tie if it's 25-25. So we have to have all our members there, which means we have to have 26. We think we're at 21. We need 5 more brave Republican senators to switch over, which I think we can get.
Could you just review for me again why you said there's a Republican that might not want it? Why wouldn't they want it?
Here's what they say. We don't think it's fair. We don't think it's right. And I clearly pointed out from the floor today, there is no rule in the Senate or the House that says we can't do this.
Yeah.
There is nothing in the Constitution that says we can't do it. We have to do it the first year after the decennial census. We have to do it. But there's nothing that prevents us from doing it. And what I didn't mention at the mic today was we attempted to do this in 1995. We were going to redistrict. We were ready to go. The Democrats fled the state house. But at that time, we had a Democrat governor, and we had no one to call the state police to go out and for these runaways and bring them back to the state house. So we had to give up our effort. Had we had a Republican governor, we would have gone out and brought him in. But we did try it. No one said. There's a couple people in the Senate now who were there when we attempted this. Senator Buck is one of them. He never said at that point we shouldn't redistrict in the middle of the decade. Today he does. I have no idea. I'm surprised by Senator Buck's position because in 1995, when we served together in the House, he was for it then.
Senator Mike Young with us. Last thing here before we let you go, Senator. Different topic a little bit here, but as you guys get into session, we heard from the movers and shakers that they may be tweaking a few things when it comes to property taxes. Now, it was pretty underwhelming a year ago, and now when I hear tweaking, I'm just assuming that I'm about to get screwed even more. Walk me off the ledge here.
I was just going to tell you, I haven't heard that. But I was going to tell you, if we're tweaking it, it's not in our favor. I can tell you that.
Right. I was going to say, talk me off the ledge here, but I don't think you're going to be able to do it.
I think Hammer meant
you
to
won't
say
be coming off the ledge. What?
Yeah, tweaking, not twerking. I want to make that perfectly clear, Nigel. All right, Senator, we appreciate you taking the time to come on and talk about what's really happening behind the scenes
tell
here.
your people, including Kendall, your friend, look at the people who voted no today. One of them is his state senator. And tell him if he wants to do what's right for his country, to call those senators and say, vote for redistricting.
Will do. So you're asking me to tell Rob Kendall to yell at a politician. All right, I guess he'll...
Well, but he's got to be on the right side. But right now, I don't think he's on the right side, but he needs to get on the right side.
Senator Mike Young, we appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Hi, it's Denny Smith, and when temps are dropping, it means your water heaters, softeners, and even those old pipes are under stress. Fall's the time when rain hits, the ground shifts, and tree roots start tearing into those old clay or PVC lines. LD Smith Plumbing can handle it all. Water heaters, softeners, leaks, even gas line inspections before you fire up that furnace or fireplace. And don't forget those hoses, hose bibs, and crawl space vents before the freeze hits. Call my friends at LD Smith Plumbing, the local pros I trust, or just head to ldsmithplumbing.com today.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Jim Banks is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Jim Banks at 202-224-4814 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Common Threads has teamed up with the Indiana Fever to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
See Pierce Jewelers' breathtaking selection of lab-grown diamonds, refined to perfection and value. It's the new choice in diamonds. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Cambridge Fieldhouse.
All right, if you like what Senator Mike Young had to say, who just called into our show, give us a thumbs up and a like on the YouTube chat. WIBC's YouTube page. They're streaming this little nickel and dime pony show right now. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. We also had Governor Braun on. Jump in the chat. Make a comment. And more than anything else, help shut up the 20-year-olds in our digital department who keep saying, you gotta have 150 likes. All the little 20-year-old dorks in the back. If you want to give them a middle finger and shut them up, the best way to do it is giving us a like and a thumbs up on the WIBC YouTube chat. Matt Bear, I know you hate 20-year-old know-it-alls more than anybody, so back me up here. It's important we get another 50 likes, right?
Let's get 100. That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
do it.
Let's get 100. Looking to westbound 70 Hendricks County, stop traffic. State Road 39 for about 2.5 miles past State Road 39. That's because of a crash and closure. Traffic can be rerouting to US 40 right now as you're diverted off at State Road 39. Looking at southbound 465 northwest side, stop and go traffic. West 56 down to Crawfordsville Road. Inbound 65 stopped. White River Bridge down to Meridian. That's a 26-minute delay. On the northeast side, crash on the exit from eastbound 465 to Allisonville Road. The ramp is open. Traffic is stopped. Back to Westfield Boulevard. Traffic sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Every time you hit a thumbs up and a like on the YouTube chat, It's a middle finger to a digital worker in the back. That's like the Christmas version of every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
You don't like the digital workers?
Oh, they just don't shut up, and they think they know everything. And
man,
I'm so old now. I'm not the oldest guy in the world. I'm 48, but I'm at the age where I just want people to shut up and leave me alone. And that includes the digital department.
You're in the wrong business, my friend.
So we need about, another 40 folks to give us a like on the YouTube page here at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. That was a fun hour, Nige.
Wow.
Governor Braun,
Yeah.
Senator Mike Young.
Bringing the heat. And Rod Bray, not the most popular man in the legislature.
I might
there
have
in
to
the
sit
State
next to
House.
him at a charity event this Thursday.
We did last year.
Which is going to be fascinating. We'll see.
Hey, for a good cause, though.
Another hour coming up next.
Fellas, you've heard of TRT, but I guarantee you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you're going to wish you had done it sooner. Now, you can take the TRT test for free at Synergen X and Low T Center. Walk in before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com. The place for guys to go is Synergen X and Low T Center for TRT. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testosterone is pure and not compounded.
Guys, get that energy level back up and get that free TRT test right now. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or you can book ahead at fixmylowt.com. You're going to wish you started this sooner. I'm telling you, you are going to feel better. Get that free TRT test at Synergen X and a Low T Center. Walk in before 10 or book ahead at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com. Book that appointment right now.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today?
Today.
Are you ready to put joint pain behind you and get to a place where persistent pain doesn't control your life? The dedicated orthopedic experts at Community Health Network are here to turn those goals into a reality. With personalized treatment options that include robotic-assisted surgery, we'll help you feel your best so you can get back to enjoying your hobbies again. Learn more about your care options at ecommunity.com/ortho. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
What's Jeff Saturday up to these days?
Retiring from football means a lot of things for a guy like me. It means more time to pick up some hobbies, like baking, puzzles, and some gardening. It also means pinching pennies. And that's why I look for unclaimed property at indianaunclaimed.gov. Look, it's your money, and they want you to have it. So check indianaunclaimed.gov or text Jeff to 46220 and search now.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Hey, what's up? It's Nigel. Had a chance to stop by PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. It's such a great, unique, family-owned jewelry store. Huge selection and probably the most competitive pricing on these beautiful pieces of jewelry that I've ever seen. So, guys, did you forget your anniversary again? Trying to impress a lady in your life? Celebrating a birthday? You have to get to PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. They don't mark up their jewelry like the other guys. Sale prices every single day. PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. Tell them Nigel sent you.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Braun. TechPoint's CEO and President Ting Goody will be stepping down at the end of the year, she announced this morning. Goody, who has held the top job at TechPoint since May 2022, said in an email that her last day will be December 31st. After that, she will become the Central Indiana Corporate Partnerships Executive Vice President of Digital Adoption and the Managing Director of Crossroads Health Ventures. In the meantime, Chief Operating Officer Casey Osterkamp will serve as interim CEO. Aqua Indiana broke ground Monday on a $28 million expansion of its Midwest wastewater treatment plant in Fort Wayne. The utility said the expansion will boost the plant's treatment capacity by nearly 30% to 4.5 million gallons per day. The improvements are designed to help accommodate population growth for at least the next decade, reduce the risk of sanitary sewer overflows, improve odor control, and enhance sludge treatment to return cleaner water to the environment. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has given clearance to Warsaw-based Zimmer Biomet for an enhanced version of its ROSA knee system. The medical device manufacturer says the ROSA knee with Optimize system provides a more customized experience for surgeons performing robotic-assisted total knee replacement surgery. Zimmer Biomet plans to make the system commercially available in the United States in the first quarter of 2026. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
The city of Elkhart has completed the $22 million Benham Avenue Underpass, an Aspire Elkhart project designed to improve neighborhood connectivity, reduce flooding, and support ongoing changes to downtown traffic patterns. Construction began 2 years ago, and the new infrastructure is expected to last at least 50 years. The work adds expanded walking trails, enhanced lighting, and a new bike path, creating a direct link between the Benham neighborhood and downtown Elkhart. I'm Alex Braun for 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, tragic and preventable is how the death of someone was described, how the weather will roll out later in the week across the states. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 6 o'clock.
This is the Fox News Alert. It will head to the president's desk. I'm Lee Silicera.
The Senate has now passed the Epstein bill as soon as it comes over from the House.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, as the Senate agrees to approve a measure to fully release the Epstein files.
This isn't about Democrats versus Republicans or about Congress versus the president. This is about giving the American people the transparency they've been crying for.
It's coming after a near unanimous vote in the House.
The only no vote, the one no vote, was Republican Congressman from Louisiana, Clay Higgins, and he explained why he voted no on X here. He wrote, in part, if enacted in its current form, this type of broad reveal of criminal investigative files released to a rabid media will absolutely result in innocent people being hurt, not by my vote.
Fox's Aisha Hasni at the Capitol. Earlier today, some of Epstein's accusers and members of Congress stood together on Capitol Hill. Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene saying these women have fought the most horrific fight that no woman should have to fight. A White House sit-down between President Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman as the Saudis hope to secure the purchase of U.S. fighter planes. The Crown Prince was asked about U.S. intelligence findings that he knew about the